What is good, family? What is good? Welcome back to the channel. Make sure to hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe and all that whole good thing. What is up? What is up? Sebastian Fingerlim, Ian, how you doing, team? Good to see everybody here. We have quite the conversation to have, right? Massive amounts of data coming out. We had the Fed. We had the huge Jerome Powell testimony today, team. I don't know if you guys ended up seeing the whole thing, right? But it was really interesting to see this guy get drilled by by that one lady. Oh my goodness, man! It was quite the spectacle, to say the very least. But you know what? Nonetheless, the markets did move. The markets did react according to what Fed Powell had to say. Again, like always, right? It feels like he's kind of holding back and not really giving us the true story, the whole damn thing. But yeah, but I think you know what, the markets will do what they will do. We were thinking that this was going to continue to capitulate today, right? But it was a really interesting time as this ended up recovering a massive amount of the loss from yesterday. As you can see here, right? Let's go ahead and just get this thing moving here. Here we go. Yeah, as you can see here on the SPY, let's go ahead and take a look at this on the hourly time frame, right? So our initial projections were for us to experience option number one, right? For this was back in on the closing of March 1st. And let me turn off this volume here. There we go. And yeah, so our two options, right? We were either going to go up first and then come back down and test the inflection points or the support points, but that didn't actually happen, right? So let's see. Yeah, Discord, please let me know that you can hear me, right? I see that. Did I have a little bit of an issue there? Sebastian, are you good? Can you hear my voice? Please let me know that I am okay. Good deal. Awesome. So we are heard everywhere around the spectrum. So YouTube, please let me know. Please let me know that you can hear me. CoinFox, what is up, buddy? Good to see you there. And CoinFox is actually sharing with us that the futures has a slow bleed tonight. What is up, Daryl? And how are you, my brother? I remember you were asking me to watch or peep out a ticker, and one of which I am absolutely willing to look at for you, my dude. Please let me know what ticker that is, and we'll go ahead and check it out for you, man. But yes, we're going to have to go ahead and take a look at the ES because there is Smokescreen. What is up? What is up? Good to see you here. Thank you so much for coming on by. Yeah. No problem, team. We have a couple tickers to observe to go over, right? No problem. We'll go ahead and do our very best for that, right? I just closed out one of the tickers that I shouldn't have closed out, but it's all good. But let's see. Zoe, what is going on? You can hear me. Okay, that is very good to know. And yeah, it looks like we have a couple of requests already coming in. Of course, let's go ahead and pull those into our visibility, right? So another play that we were kind of observing today was Tesla, right? So I am still risk on some March, I believe 15th puts on this, right? So currently in the money, and I'm sorry, currently in the positive, right? Not in the money. They're out of the money contracts, but with the lower strike, right? So it's all good. It's all good. So we have the ES ticker here. We're going to be observing that, as well as the SPY. We have NVIDIA to look at. We have a few things to look at, right? Let's make sure that we can observe Meta as well. What else do we have to keep an eye on, right? We want to keep an eye on maybe Biotech's XBI ticker. We'll look at the IWM for small caps as well, right? So lots of things to go over for the coming days. So please make sure to grab some popcorn, right? Sit back, relax, and let's go over the broader markets, because there is these days, team, this type of volatility does present a pretty nice opportunity for us to either consider some nice risks, right, or maybe a size up, right? I don't know, but you have your own strategy. You have your own way of looking at the markets, right? So just make sure to keep whatever I do say with a grain of salt, right? And just remember that it's just me showing you my perspective, a little just from my own side, right? So let's go ahead and take a look at the ES here, right? Because CoinFox is sharing with us the important information that there is a little bit of weakness. Oh, I'm sorry, team. I'm sorry. You did ask me to take a look at those tickers, right? So let me use potentially this one here. and I will double click. Right, double clicking on your tab up here actually duplicates that. It duplicates that that layout, and it makes it into a new tab. Hold on just a sec, team. Right, so that's actually my phone ringing off the. I'm like, what is that sound? Right, I had to take my headphones off. I was very curious. Don't you get scared with these weird sounds? Okay, so yeah, let's go ahead and type in here ticker symbol MEDS per request, and let me go back in here to the chat and see if Daryl already put that up. Daryl, let me know if you're still listening in. Right, I still have a ticker that I owe you, my buddy. Please let me know if that is in the Oh yeah, and you know what? I did earlier. I'm not gonna lie. Yes, I did keep a close eye on you're not seeing any bids right now, buddy. Interesting. Whoa. The markets are behaving weird at this point in time, right? So yeah, sorry. Yes, you know what? I looked at it earlier today, and I want to see if it ended up closing where I thought it was going to close. That ZJYL ticker, right? It's been experiencing what was it, 4 days and 85% up. So not a bad run there. So Andre, yeah, I'll go ahead and take a look at that for you as well, right? So Aaron, is that really the ticker? JL? Let's see what that is. Let's see here. JL. All right. Okay. So yeah, we have a couple of requests coming in here, team. Please remember that this is also a market prep, right? We're going to make sure to get the Arca Bulls team ready for tomorrow's trades, and yeah, we'll make sure to go over all of these things. Just a moment. Let's see. Here we go. So I'm not sure if you guys are catching Daryl up in here, right? So Daryl, are you there, my buddy? Let me know that you are there. So look, Sebastian Lim inside of the Discord Arca Bulls trading team is saying, I'm risk on March 8 puts on on Tesla. Nice. Is that Tesla you're talking about? Me too, my brother. I am definitely risk on. And I believe I also have an NVIDIA call, the one that we were speaking of this morning, right? So I do believe that there could be a little bit of strength coming into the AM. Very, very tiny risk. Ian, what is up, my dude? Good to see you here. I'm not sure that I actually said hello to you, right? But yes, you are right. We definitely need to take a look at ticker symbol Roku, right? Because it is presenting a pretty nice opportunity for us, right? AJ, what is up, my dude? Thank you so much for stopping on by. Live mic, right? Please make sure to get that thing muted real quick, right? So Roku, let's see what's up. ROKU. Here we go. Thanks, my brother. Sorry, man. I don't mean to out you like that. So I'll go ahead and add Roku here into the cycle, and we will observe that ticker as well. We were speaking of an interesting potential within this ticker, right? There is a massive opportunity, right? So make sure to stick around here because I do have a play that we need to speak of here, right? There could be a 20-point mover, and it may be soon, right? So let's go ahead and stick around here, and we'll go over ticker symbol ROKU for that, for those potentials, right? Yes, you are right. You know what? I do have the setup here for LQR as well, so we will go over that ticker too. These are all fairly fast, right? So this is a good thing. Roku's already kind of set up. LQR already set up too. We need to go over just conditions on that, right? JL ticker is going to be per request. ZJYL is another one per request, right? Ticker symbol MEDS as well. So I still, Daryl, what is up, my dude? There we go. I was asking about you, right, my dude? So yes, let's go ahead and make sure to get that ticker here. You asked me about it. I don't know, man, maybe a day or two ago. I don't remember when you asked me, but I do owe it to you, my dude. So let's make sure to put it here for you. I'll go ahead and revise that first, and we'll get it going, right? So that was ticker GDHG. So now, I don't know if you've been watching the channel here over the last, I'd say maybe 2 or 3 weeks, but for those of you who have, please let me know in the chat if my projections were correct about seeing some of the microcap and small caps pop off since about 2 weeks ago, right? So has that been working out or has it not? I have not been paying attention to them myself, but I do know that cyclically speaking, right, this would be a time where they would experience some strength in the markets. So please let me know in the chat here on YouTube and also inside of the Discord if that thesis has been proven correct or not, right? So please let me know right away and we will evaluate together, right? So thank you so much everybody for coming on by. Please remember and please consider, right? Always consider this very small little request, right? Make sure to subscribe, hit that like button, hit that bell notification so that you are aware whenever I am live. And most of all, team, of course, I always have to be a little tiny bit of a shill, right? So please go ahead and consider hitting the link in the chat in right here for YouTube, right? So make sure, oh, again, it does that thing to me. It doesn't copy the link. I caught it this time, team. There you go. So make sure to hit that link, join the Discord, join the Arca Bulls trading team, trade alongside some very talented traders along myself and others, right? So thank you so much, everybody, for coming on by and considering your market analysis here with the Arca Bulls trading team. So Philly, good to see you here in the chat. Joseph, what is up, my brother? So Ian Tucker is saying, join us in the Discord. 33 cents a day, right? Gets you some great plays and good education. My brother, I can't thank you enough for sharing that awesome information. Philly is actually saying, I'm balls deep in Apple calls right now. Dude, so Philly is pretty much telling us that he is calling the floor on ticker symbol AAPL, right? So I don't know if you guys have noticed, but Apple has been experiencing some downside, and Philly is playing the what are you playing, brother? Are you playing the March 15th calls, or which ones are you doing? Are you swinging larger monthlies or bi-weeklies? What are you doing? Right? Very interesting to hear you play that, right? So I am not the biggest fan of Apple because it's not the biggest mover in the world, right? But Philly's saying I've been buying on the way down from 176. Dude, actually, you're okay. I see. So are you actually playing this for a longer term? Because honestly, these are definitely discount prices, right? For things like even Tesla, man, Tesla and Apple are going down to some incredible prices, right? I am, I'm suspecting here that those prices are not going to be there for too long, even though they may have some more weakness. Sure, whatever, but these are great prices that you can pick up some blue chips in, right? So very good stuff. And Philly is also saying March 22nd, March 28th, and also May 17th or so, right? Very cool stuff, man. I do have, honestly, I do see that it could actually pop off for you, right? I have some conviction on the play too. Like I said, right, a little slow at times, but nonetheless, right, you don't need to have extreme volatility for it to eventually make that, oh my goodness, for it to eventually make that top side or the recovery, right? Because at some point, things, some things have to give in, one or the other, right? So yeah, observing Apple here just real quick. Let me just see myself, right? Daily time frame. Yeah, daily time frame RSI is completely oversold. Stochastic momentum definitely oversold down here, right? You're in the below the 10 percentile, right? You're in the RSI right now, 21.48%. That is amongst the historic lows daily, right? So I think some good reversions have happened from this point, right? So honestly, seeing these prices at 169.12, really eerie, right? Really strange to see them down at these lows, right? This was October 2023 lows. So if we can get and accumulate price up in here, what's the risk, right? So the risk is the primary demand, right? Your primary demand located right up in this range here between 167.80 and 165.83. I do think that it has I don't think that this would get penetrated, right? If it does get penetrated, of course, we're going to have to take a look at some further down targets, right? Temporary support at 163.48, but I can see this primarily dropping to this daily gap right up in here, right? This would be your bounce area at around 159.67. Failure happens with this, and yeah, bottom side of the gap, that would be your, I think that would be your honest floor if you did fail that inflection on top, right? So that would be 157.61 at the very bottom side, if only if this gets penetrated. But we can see here that this support bottom has been responsible for a 165 bottom to a 199.62. So it, you know, it does have some credibility here. So this is a very strong invalidation zone, right? So let's make sure that we can keep price action above this area in order for this to consider an upside continuation, right? So very good stuff, man. Good decisions here. I do think that's the risk, right? That's the gamble here, that sentiment will find these to be great discounted prices for an upside continuation. So my brother, I will cross my fingers for you. Keep on keeping on, right? So now RSI 22 daily, I see a big gap up soon, like $7 to $10 move. And you know what? I really haven't gone over the probabilities here, but I'm not gonna lie, you have multiple time frames down into the oversold percentile, deep oversold percentile of the stochastic momentum indicator, right? So starting from the hourly time frame, yeah, we're beneath the 20%. This is the bi-hourly underneath the 20%. Let's see the 3 hour, yeah, that's way critically low. 4 hour time frame, just so damn low. Everything is, what I will say is that everything is starting to kind of curve right here, right? So another thing to mention of high merit is this. Sorry, team. Sorry, honey. All right. Hearing things over here, right? Yeah. Another thing to mention with high merit is that there could be. Let me just make sure of this too, right? Yeah, it looks like we have multiple time frames in the critical expansion level, right? So let's go ahead and see this 3 hour here, 4 hour time frame in expansion as well. This is the 6 hour time frame expanded there. 8 hour time frame expansion, 12 hour time frame expansion, and let's see. The daily time frame is about to reach its critical level too. So that usually, when you have multiple time frames aligned in linear volatility of into those critical zones, whether it be contractive or expansive, that usually signals a pretty strong move to follow, right? So in this case, there could be a massive decompression here, and that could lead to an upside, right? The bear pressure could be diminishing. Maybe it could be a point to where you can get a serious volume of covering, right? So this may actually deflate entirely before the bull volume takes over and re-expands when it reverts to a mean here, right? So that could be something that we're observing here. And if that really is the case, sure, I have to agree with Philly. There could be a maximum move that Apple is getting ready to make, right? So let's go ahead and take a look at the chat here and see what's going down. So Philly saying, I bought on the way down. Yep, let's see. Not too risky overall. No way it keeps dumping unless it just does, right? Yeah, unless it just does the market thing, right? So Philly saying, in my opinion, we are in a good loading area. Agreed, right? Apple can go to 150, especially if the market rolls off hard. CoinFox, I will completely agree with you. And Philly, that's CoinFox, right? He's one of the, I am lucky enough to trade with him side by side, and he is quite the talent, my friend. So do not take what he says lightly. And Philly saying, well, yeah, but it'll bounce beforehand. It's in, this is 100% a massive distribution phase. The only stop that I'm seeing, right, is just that you are at kind of historic lows in the stochastic momentum indicator. Now, while I am saying that, it's important to also note that, or it's important to denote that these indicators are completely lagged and they're just an average of what we observe in the markets, right? That does not mean that these indicators are the one rule to kind of abide by, right? So that means that they can technically continue overselling forever. They can continue overbuying forever, right? So these are critical components that we should take into account, but also combine with other discretionary measures for our protection, right? So Philly, you got it, man. No problem. I got you. let's see, it'll probably make a higher low. Yeah, you know what? That's kind of what I'm thinking, right? If we look at this in the maybe the monthly perspective here, looks like you're creating a very, very healthy, upside continuation, right? You're getting your higher highs, higher lows, right? And then this would honestly be this next monthly candle. Unfortunately, 21 days to close, right? This would be your macro low, right? So if it does respect this area here, right? So just in case, I know not a lot of people like to do these types of this type of thing, but I will have to show you anyway, right? So, and first of all, diagonal lines in the markets, not always it's a no-no for a lot of traders, right? So if we are to observe a potential bottom for this, right, this is introducing a potential 140, 137 bottom, just in case, I'm trying to give it to you in a different way, right? So don't fear not, right? I'm not saying that it's going to do that. In fact, sometimes these long wicks to the downside can be ignored, right? So let's just take, for example, the next one up here, right? Because you do have very nice contact points right here. So, and that would tell you that your bottom side would be around that 160 to 150 zone, right? So that's another way to kind of perceive this, right? I don't want to scare you. I don't want to be a massive shill over here. I just want to show you what the macro perspective can also show in a non-traditional manner. Right, so let's see. So CoinFox saying, unfortunately, Apple doesn't have anything going in its favor right now unless they have massive news. And I do know that they're having I think an overage in supply, right? The sales. What is up, Joe H? Good to see you here, buddy. So I will say that they have an overage in supply, which can tell you that not a lot of people are purchasing their devices. So that sure, that can be negative on price, right? And here's another thing. If this distribution phase is not just take profit and not also just a short volume, which by the way, you can kind of see by the fact that you're getting declining volume with an uptrend, right? That means that contraction is also in. Here you go. The monthly time frame is in contraction. So this means that there is a lack of interest purchasing the asset or shorting it. So that it's going down little by little, right? So when you're at critical contraction here, when there is no attention and there's a huge decrease in daily volume, it'll accumulate and it'll cascade into the monthly time frame, enough so that it'll reach that contractive level, and then the price action will naturally decrease with that, right? So it will not take short volume. It will not take, shorting calls. It wouldn't take anything like that, or even more take profit. It naturally will do that with contraction phases, right? So we have to watch out with those potentials too, right? If this critical contraction does maintain in the monthly time frame here, because this monthly open introduced the first bar of critical contraction. That means below 2%. So this represents the dispersion of returns, right? So that can get very, very dangerous at these points. It could continue selling off, not by any type of take profit pressure again, right? Or short pressure. It could just be because it's contractive, and that's the way price behaves. So let's go ahead and continue on the analysis here, right? Just know that the monthly time frame just did print this first blue bar, and it kinked the stochastic momentum oscillator to a downside overall, right? So just heads up with that. This is macro. It's going to take some time, right? It doesn't mean that it can't hover within this candle, right? So just keep in mind here not to maybe not to marry your dates, and not to marry the very top side for complete recovery here, right? Just take profits as you will, but not financial advice. You know what you're doing, my brother. There's no way I should be telling you what to do. I know you're a talented trader, Philly. Love you, buddy. Thanks so much for coming on by and participating, right? I did want to talk about Apple today because this has been the highlight on the news as well. So I am very happy that we were able to talk about it here, team. So let's go ahead and move on, right? And let's see what else is in. So Philly is saying, and in the short time, a possible lower high. Yeah, absolutely. Can't disagree with that, right? There could always be bounces here and there. Those bounces could be pretty strong in comparison to the or in relation here to the monthly time frame. And Yeah, that could introduce short term gains of that of which you should absolutely take advantage of, right? So I told Pal to just say AI this morning. Sadly, he didn't. My bro did not mention AI whatsoever. He just got drilled in the butt, and it's always really funny that he does that. Buddy, what is going on? My cat just went berserko next to me. Oh my goodness! Did you guys hear that? He just all over my desk. Anyway, man. So yeah, so Philly saying thanks for the analysis, very helpful, man. I am happy to help, my dude. Always happy to help. So yeah, guys, let's go ahead and take on some of these requests, right? Well, OGG, what is up, my dude? Good to see you here in the chat. Joe H, what's up, Danny? Good to see everybody here. Zoe, what is up? I see Triple X up in there. Good to see you, my brother. All right, so let's go ahead and move on to ticker symbol GDHG, right, for Daryl. What is up, Daryl? Thank you for coming on by, my brother, and really appreciate you for requesting this, man. Let's see. You asked me for an honest opinion on this, right? So I will say, man, that this, well, first, let me just look at the daily time frame real quick, right? Because I like to dive in. Sure, I get it, right? But let me at least give this a quick little observation, right? So since we last looked at it, our chop zone has kind of been respected even still. Right, so we're trapped in this chop zone for now. That doesn't mean that we can't exit it, and especially for the fact that we're creating these consistent lower lows and also with the exception of this one candle here, semi-consistent steady bottoms at this support at around 43.82. Right, so in other words, this is a right-angled triangle, or the trade tends to know this as a descending triangle, right? It does have mathematical properties to it. This would be it right here, and I will say that it is right at the point where it should start considering a potential breakout. Now, there are the two ways to observe this too, right? From this wick as well. So there are two potential traders here. If you're getting this trader trading the trend here, then this already broke out, right? And it's going to experience a drawback or drawdown to test its newly converted resistance into support. The reason why I'm not going to support this triangle is, well, you know, I guess I could. It's a falling wedge, but the reason why I'm not going to support it is because I really don't think triangles, I think that anywhere after 75% to the apex of the triangle, I would consider that an invalidation of the formation, right? So that's the reason why I'm thinking that maybe excluding this here and considering this better, right? It would probably be the more accurate thing to do, right? So this would be your descending triangle here, and honestly, it could be that this is getting ready for its breakout, right? So now the breakout, it's very unlikely for it to do it on the first try, which is why you got this rejection, right? So if this is going to come back down, where is it going to come back down to? First of all, 12-hour time frame. Where'd it close? It closed at 52.80. Very nice. It's an honorable upside that it's trying to make, right? Daily time frame ATR on this. Let's see how much it could move on a day, right? So right down here, let's expand that a little bit. It looks like it can move almost 13 cents on the day, right? So let's see, from the open today, 48 cents, right? It went all the way up to 55, so it came just shy of those 13 cents. So, but it still has that volatility, right? So let's just say that we opened up at 52.80 tomorrow, right? Let's just say that we did. That would be your 12. Yeah, you're very close to the top side of the resistance yet again, right? So if you do open here, let me add a line. Right, that means that you have the space to move upward a potential, 10 to 13 cents, or downward a potential 10 to 13 cents. Okay, so let's kind of draw those lines there, right? So 52.80, aka 53, would put you down to around 41, right? So 41 cents would be located. Damn, unfortunately, the very, very, very low of, is this the all-time low? Yeah. So that would put you either at the all-time low for a shakeout before a continuation to the upside, or it would put you, let's see, 52.80 or 53, right? It would put you at a 63 resistance, which would be right about here, before this thing considers to pull back and start validating its newly converted resistance into support, right? So if you are going to consider that run to 63 cents, I honestly see that there is high resistance between 60 cents to 62 cents. Okay, so that would be the honest range here before a pullback, right? So right around there, 60 cents to 62 cents, you get that pullback, start validating this area here, and then continue on. So I personally think that it would be better for the asset to drop to 41 here, shake out, right? Completely false breakdown, and then experience that Wyckoff theory tends to call that a spring, right? It's known as a terminal shakeout before a critical move, right? Immediate recovery, upside continuation, and accumulation. Galvin, good to see you here, my brother. Very, very good to see you, right? So now you know the targets, right? You know the potentials for the downside here, right? Critical downside to a full extension ATR daily. That would be your 41 cent bottom zone. And your top end, I don't see it going to 43. I actually see it stopping between 60 or 59.95 to 62 cents before retracing back. That would be the time where you're going to start validating the break of this regression, right? Convert that into a support here. Daily time frame clean close above this regression here will do it. And maybe even a 4-hour candle can actually do it, right? Before it can continue to the upside. Upside targets here can vary, right? So next day, target, let's just say that it would break from this point, right? This is saying that your first target to consider, it could be a bi-daily or 3-day target right in the top side of our resistance range here of about 68.96, highlighted to be at around 67.98, right? Second target to consider would be the center of the triangle, right about here. You take that trend line from the top side to the bottom side, apply it to the supposed breakout area, right around here. That would be 80 cents, and then your final and probably less, the lesser of the probabilities here would be this one here, right? And that would take you to, of course, a pretty insane target, right? We just keep it under consideration. That would be about $1.06. Got to be careful at the break of $1, right? There's going to be massive sells and people getting ready to short the crap out of it. In fact, that is your inflection candle right here, right? So got to be careful right in that area there, if it does reach it. Okay, so keep an eye on this, right? Just know that this is forming a potential. This is you have the downtrend, right? You have the price converging with a flat bottom. This is technically a bull's play. Okay, so, and it's getting ready for a potential breakout. Just know for a fact that this could also play to the downside. Okay, so you have to be careful there. All right, this is favoring the bulls, but it can always be played inversely too, right? Huge volume spike today, coming up to 6.05 million, right? Prior day was 1.9 million. Prior to that, 1.6. Prior to that, 2.4 and 3.93. So this is easily the biggest volume day that we've had since about here, February 23rd. So very, very impressive. It looks like you're already moving above the moving average for bull volume. So this is definitely going to introduce some day traders, right? Scans are gonna start showing some abnormal volatility coming in on this. And so everything is looking good, man. Careful with this play. All right. So team, let me go ahead and we're now going to move on to, remember here, I have a really, really interesting play. One that me and my brother put together, right, for ticker symbol ROKU, potential big mover, but we will determine whether the 20 points are going to be held for the upside or for the downside, and there is a way for us to speculate on that direction, right? So go ahead and hang tight here, and we'll go ahead and follow up with ticker Roku in a timely manner. We still have to go over the broader markets, right? We have to go over the SPY and all of that good stuff. So please go ahead and just hang on right now. I need to go and wake up my little boy from a nap. So let's go ahead and put a BRB here, right? And give me about 4 or 5 minutes and I shall continue the analysis here. Thank you so much for coming on by. Please make sure to hit that like button and consider subscribing and joining and actually joining the Arca Bulls trading team, right? So I'm going to go ahead and leave that link in the chat here. All right, team. So let's go ahead and turn up these tunes right here and give me about 4 or 5 minutes here. We're just going to wake up that little guy and come right back into the analysis and observe our play for tomorrow into the next day. Kill it, team. Just a moment. What is up, team? What is up, and welcome back. All right, so let's go ahead and continue on the analysis here for tonight and see what we have. Right, the little guy is awake now. He's chilling. Everything good. All right. Next ticker to observe is going to be ticker symbol MEDS per request. Right, let's take a look at that. Wow, oh wow, take a look at the price action here, right? Massive gap up today. Looks like it ran on news. Let's see. The NASDAQ gains 100 points. Campbell's Soup earnings top views. Let's see. Why United Natural. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, nonetheless, let's go ahead and just see what the potentials are for this, right? Daily time frame closed at 1726. Post hours 1680, right? So it did close. I mean 12-hour inside bar, right? Let's go ahead and see what we can do with this. I think the best thing that could have happened would if we could have closed above this wick here, slightly above the 1706, maybe even above the prior 12-bar closure, that would have been great too. Right, but let's see what it has nonetheless, right? Because I'm sure that this kind of upside here shocked all. It shocked all kinds of momentum towards the upside. So let's see if it does have any FOMO left over. I will say that the 12-hour time frame is completely cooked here, right? Only about let's see, how many iterations does it have? We're reverting. Sorry. From about 87.56% RSI. It looks like it has gone slightly past that a couple times here. So yeah, technically here there could be a continuation. Let's see one more thing here. Okay. I got to show you something too, buddy. Okay, so this is going to play against the price action a little bit, okay? There is 12-hour regular bullish divergence. There is one drive here, right? And it's already validated. So that's the opposition of price action versus momentum, right? So you can see here at this trough, you with the existing 12-hour candle, the little red one, created a lower high, and with these peaks here, you created a higher high in momentum. So that's your drive of regular bearish divergence, right? So let's go ahead and see if we have any more of those drives in line. In fact, yeah, we do. We have a few printed here, man. These are getting this would be a little dangerous at this point, right? So this is definitely another one to consider right over here, right? Creating that higher high. And this would be that top peak right up in here, right? To creating that lower high as well. So, and I definitely see a few others, right? So you have a few drives of bearish divergence here printing in the 12-hour time frame, which does have this type of strategy does have a huge hit rate, right? It does play pretty good with price action. Okay, so this is, and I gotta say, it's also already validated. Okay, we got the 12-hour closure with the lower high prints here right at this candle close. Okay, so that is it there. So we have to watch out for that too. So the only thing that could really save this would be sentiment, right? So psychology would be the only thing to really rip it for a continuation to the upside, of which we, of course, we can't always rely on only those things, right? Because we can get our asses handed to if that were the case. So now let's see. CoinFox is saying meds could run to 23. Smokescreen saying, okay, let's see. They're banking on the DoD contract if that goes huge to the upside. Big risk versus reward. Okay, so let's see. If not this week, then next week, dip and rip. Yeah, life extended. You know what, man? That's what I'm thinking could happen here, right? Because it's still above some very important areas, right? So I will say that if we maintain price action anywhere above the areas of $12 and 1201, right? I think this would be the clear line in the sand right at this pivot point and this pivot here. If we can maintain price action above that area, right around let me see the low of this candle here. What is it? That one there, that's a low of 11.99. The high on this one is 11.99. right? Let me see. Yeah, those would be that would be my zone there, man. If we fail that, then lights out, buddy. Right. So daily time frame at 1726, like I said, right after hours at 1680. So we still have some space, right? So I do think that it could reach into that level there. But if I were to put a range to it, this is what it would be, right? So let's take that 1199 into deep consideration here, right? And put together this support area, right? 1335 to 1199 would be that zone to kind of look out for, right? For a pullback. This may not move so violently day by day, right? In fact, this is also psychological too. The fact that you are facing a little bit of a double top there. And let's see what else. Yeah, let's go to the daily time frame and see how far this can move. So this has, wow, it's completely expanding, right? So that's a 185 in average true range, right? So let's just say that this were to open at that valuation of about 1680. That means that you can get a drop here to around 1575 tomorrow, right? So 1575 at its average true range. Let's see what that is. Yeah, that would be right at this support area here. So if that's the case, then if the bulls maintain above 1580, right, or 1579, then there could be a continuation here. I'm not sure. It's very little, right? So yeah, it's very little. It's very small. The retracement there. Man, I mean, I guess if the bulls are able to hold it up here, man, then I don't see why not. Especially if we close another day. Let's just say this. Here's a condition. If this closes above 1579 tomorrow, the daily closure, by market end tomorrow, I don't see why this wouldn't continue to the upside and start testing your 2280s to beyond. Right? So it's just tomorrow is going to be the tell all, right? So let's just let's see if it can maintain that, right? I will say that would be a critical target to maintain here. So let's just see exactly what that is, right? So that is a high of 15. There you go, 1570. All right, and that is our daily average true range bottom. So if it does make a drop into that zone, right? Because it's sitting at 1680 now. This is saying that it opens at 1680. So if it does maintain that and closes the daily above that, we need one more daily candle to close clean above that without any exposure inside of the 1570. And like I said, I don't see why this wouldn't continue to the upside here. It looks not bad, but I will say this, right? Sebastian is pointing out that it could just be those pump and dumps, right? And I have to agree. Not necessarily influential, but it could be company specific. You can see this thing does that. It has it in its behavior to face these like huge, random wicks to the upside. And if we start kind of timing all these, there could be an average between the amounts of times that it does wick up, right? So I'm not sure why it would be doing that, right? It has this reverse split before. Okay, so yeah, it's trying to maintain compliance. It's been this is a 1 to 1000 reverse split. I've never seen such a huge reverse split. This is 2014 February. 1 to 6 RS here on 2020, and another RS of 1 to 15 on, let's see, June 2023, right? So, man, right? So, yeah, you know what I mean? Some of these companies, small caps and stuff, they tend to, run up like this based on some news or whatever, just to gain some liquidity here, and then, maybe face some potential to the downside, right? So just heads up on this, right? Heads up on this. But there were my conditions here for a continuation to the upside. So, play it by ear, right? But make sure to be very careful moving forward with ticker symbol MEDS. But again, right, I do see an upside continuation here, but we really do need to maintain we really do need to maintain some critical support levels. And especially closing, we need to validate them and make sure that they can maintain. That's the most important thing here, right? So they announced an $8 dividend on March 22nd. Dude, wait, you mean last year, March 22nd, smokescreen? or February 22nd. Let's see. February. Let's see. They are going to announce. Dude, I've never seen anything like an $8 divvy before. I honestly think that one of the most, I think a dollar dividend is usually the ones that people look out for, right? That it's like huge news. $8, I'm not sure that's, or what could it be? The dividend will be given out on March 22nd. So it's from an acquisition. Interesting. Guys, are you sure? $8? I've never heard of such a thing, but I guess anything's possible, but damn. That doesn't, yeah, so the valuation, that was my thought. Exactly, CoinFox. It was, the current valuation versus the, you're talking about 50% the price, the 50% the valuation, the current price. That's insane. It was 11 when you read about it. What? No way. Oh my goodness. It was an $8 stock this morning, so it was 100% divvy. We're just gonna give out the company. Here you go, guys. You own it. We don't care about this anymore. Oh my goodness, dude. That is absolutely crazy. Hey, US1 Joe, good to see you here. Thank you for coming on by. Galvin, good to see you in the chat. Man. Well, all right, guys. So I don't know. I haven't done any research on this myself, so please just consider being safe. ¿Qué onda, cabrón? What's good to see you, buddy? Right. So consider being safe within this, right? But I don't see any reason here that it wouldn't continue on for another massive jump. Guys, all of these, I'm noticing, man, all of the freaking small caps, they're ripping 20, 30 points a day here, man. Right? So just be careful out there. What's up, buddy? Hold on, let me enable the mic for you. Oh, yeah, Cryptic, what's up, buddy? Good to see you, man.
What's up?
Dude.
What you doing?
Nothing, man. Just taking a couple requests here from the peeps and then moving on forward, right? So I got a couple more requests to go through and then we'll be chilling, man. But CoinFox wants to know what the play is for Roku, right? One person that it was actually Cryptic who I kind of took the inspiration from, right? He tends to look at flow, right? At options flow. And couldn't help but notice that there were some strategies that we've put together for certain plays that we've played, over the last few months that have worked out real well using flow, right? So,
now it's working really well.
Yeah, it is. It's working amazing. So I started to notice here that Roku has a particular demand for the $65 to $75 call options for March 15th and on, right? So within there's a massive open interest. And I will say, I haven't done my research with earnings, but Roku had a positive earnings and it sold off like crazy. And one more thing here. This has gone through the most critical contraction phase that it's ever faced on a 4-hour time frame. This is the biggest. I've already backtested it through its entire trading history, and this is the biggest contraction phase that it has ever faced, right? So usually when you experience contraction phases of this magnitude here, that being said, starting from the bi-hourly. So you have the bi-hourly, the 3-hour, the 4-hour, you get the 6-hour here, 7, you got the 8, 12. All of them are experiencing this massive contraction phase, right? So the expansion is within the larger time frames. So 2 to 12 hours of contraction here, and it's getting ready to pop open. So whatever that means is that there could be an explosion for this, whether it be to the upside or to the downside. And I'm thinking that this could rip 20 points to the upside soon enough. And if that really is the case, then options may be giving us that answer, because there is a huge demand for 75. And I would say 3,000 to 4,000 in open interest within all of those, within that spread there. It's enormous, real big, right? Sorry for the little extra music back there, team. Is my little boy sitting right next to me, right? Let me actually close the window here because he's going to get sick if he's chilling right by that cold ass window. Hold on just a sec. Okay, you guys, back in the roll here. Yeah, so that's what I'm thinking here, team. What do you think, Cryptic?
Yeah, real quick, the options chain for 22 March has open interest of 3,530 for the 105s. The 15th is really heavy, concentrated in the 90 through 100.
Ooh. Could there be?
It's a lot. It's like about 10,000 calls in the 90 through.
Damn.
90. Yeah.
So they're really betting that this thing is going to full on recover, right? This was trading. Let's just say this around what? 3-4 weeks ago. This was trading in the $100 zone, right? This was 106. It was a 106 stock by about November 27th, 2023. Yeah, just a few months ago, right? So this was about the span of just within 2 or 3 months, this thing, or I'm sorry, 3 or 4 months, this thing was ripping. And one more thing, right? Considering what Cryptic is saying, that may give us the potentials for a bear trap, right? So this is the formation that you're looking at here is. Can we get rid of that already, or what? There we go. The formation that you're observing here is a bearish formation by nature, right? So, and it does abide by a golden rule of 3. You have to test 1 of the resistance, 2, 3. Your test number 4 tends to be a fake out, right? This faked out, right? Did not touch the resistance level. That was your bull trap. This thing continued to retrace, right? Double topped at that very top side here just a few weeks later, right? Came all the way down, and then by earnings, that earnings beat. Missed completely by price, but beat by expectations. So this thing is now at the very bottom and at the inflection zone for a bear play to signal off. My bet here is that this could probably fall just a little bit lower. Definitely gather some bulls. Start a reaccumulation from $60. I can't tell you the honest truth. I'm not sure if this is actually going to happen. In fact, I'm not the most comfortable trading assets that are within this price range. But it's just it just so happens that these smaller assets are starting to kind of rip, right? So, and me as the trader that I am, I tend to stick to volatility, right? I tend to stick to things that are moving, although I feel a little nervous about them, right? So if that is the case, and if that is your case as well, considering sizing down just a little bit here, right? Because these things are absolutely powerful, especially when it comes to things like this, right? This could really swing up or down big time. You heard Cryptic Trader say that there's a huge concentration at the 90 level of options contracts March 22, right? So keep that in your minds, keep that in your consciousness here, right? So make sure to play it responsibly and do your own DD, right? But yeah, bear trap potential in play. Go ahead, buddy.
No, they're not that expensive, the options. I mean, I wouldn't mind rolling some.
No way, really? What's the price you're looking at for those 22s?
Let's see. The 22s are boom, 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 boom. Let's see, there's a huge spread though.
That's a little dangerous. We have to tend to stick away.
Yeah, but if you get something like the 85s are expensive. Talking
Right.
about the 28s that are the hundreds. Let's see. Yeah, the problem is the spreads. They're heavy betted, but their spreads are horrible.
Ugh. And one of my
Really
conditions for options contracts is that we can keep the spreads tighter, right? So maybe $5, 10 at the most.
They're really they're not expensive, but they're just spready.
Wow.
Okay.
So
Well,
it really is high volatility.
Yeah. I mean, you're looking at a bid. Hold on, where was I got lost. Okay, a bid of 1 cent and an ask of 30.
Damn. So if you guys do consider purchasing an options contract, maybe don't hit the ask, right?
No, don't hit the ask. Just
dude.
average price it. Well, maybe like the 85s, 4 and 6 cents. That's good, a 2 cent spread.
Damn, yeah, that's powerful. That's good, dude. It's just I can't believe how wide that got. Right? Sorry, guys. Just my little guy's right next to me. Right? He's just observing his tablet. He's watching his shows.
You know what wide means though? Wide means volatility coming.
Yeah,
that
would be
earnings.
Yeah, expansion.
Yep.
Complete volatility expanding, man. That's usually how you're able to see volatility too through an ATR, right? If ATR is moving towards an upside, you know that this thing's expanding. So I can't believe how wide that is, man. So yeah, there is an absolute explosion about to happen on Roku. So if CoinFox, I will encourage you to take a look at this one, buddy. We may be on the precipice of a massive break. And I'm not sure if it's going to be to the upside or the downside, but flow suggests and sentiment suggests the upside. And I do find it okay, right? It did have, unless there's something different that I'm not reading, it did have an earnings beat, right? So there's, I see this, of course, like any other asset, man. We've seen these things fall, they capitulate right on good earnings, and then they recover over the next few weeks. And whatever else, but yeah, it was the day after earnings report. This thing just capitulated.
The flow turns around the 19th of April. That's when the bearish flow comes in.
Man, that makes sense.
19th of April. Yeah,
that makes a lot of sense. We got a few weeks of room here. Maybe get this thing to rip and then have it return. I can see it probably if people are really right and this thing goes into the 90s. Sure, I can see it retrace back into the 80s, maybe even into the 70s, right, and then find its support before a continuation.
Yeah.
Right,
that's what flow's showing. 2 or 3 weeks to get back to 90, 100, and then 2 or 3 weeks to get back down to 50.
So that's the play. You heard it from the man himself, team. Let's see if we can actually get this thing to rip, right? So again, practice at your own risk, right? Make sure to do your own due diligence. Study this as best as you can. Reach out to the team if you are an Arca Bulls trading member.
Have you been able to do a back test on that?
No, I haven't. I actually just put this together with my brother last night. And I'm like, you know what? Holy crap. I think this is ready for a huge pop. How can I do this? Well, volatility backtest is on. Yeah, there is. Let me see. I have, let me see the buy daily and the daily. Dude, all of these. I'm going to do it on this one. Maybe because, wait, let me see if this is already. Yeah, I can probably do this overnight, honestly. But let me see if this is already kind of facing that upside on the daily.
You don't see this thing going to $40 soon?
That's what I thought. Initially, check this out. When I was charting it out with my brother, my target was 49.40. I told him, dude, this thing's about to eat crap. And then I'm looking at the options chain. Then I find this gap at 60. And then I see the earnings beat.
Now the options are really strong. It's like NVIDIA, the 900, you could see it with the options.
Yeah, dude,
every other stock we played, the options so right now is really working well.
But you got to see how they were bought.
How they say? Like, what if they spoofing, right?
No. Were they bought at the bid or the ask? Were they bullish flow or bearish flow?
Oh, okay. And how do you tell that?
There is a way to tell. Well, because you can see the blocks if they were bought at the bid or bought at the ask.
So
if let's say the calls were bought at the ask, then that's an aggressive buyer, right? They're buying up. They want them now.
are you able to see
Right.
anything here on my screen? Does this tell you anything?
A regular
No.
options chain isn't going to show you that.
No, right? Okay.
No.
No. But my guy he's got an options platform that he's got to deal with the NYSE. I asked him to look into it.
Ooh.
He's got a big platform. He's one of the big boys. They're about to launch a whole new, like, cheddar flow and unusual whales and all that's going to be obsolete in like the next 2 weeks.
I bet, man. Dude, so you
He's
are
got,
about
like, yeah.
Sorry, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, he's got a major platform going to be released, and he's in partnership with the NYSE.
Oh, dude.
So,
okay.
like, he can tell you. He'll let me know. I'll let you guys know as soon as I get it. He's on it.
Dude, this is incredible. So you're about to, I mean, if the thesis that Cryptic and I have here is proven correct, which, by the way, remember that this was completely inspired by Cryptic too. So if it is proven correct, man, then we got something here, and it could be explosive, and we could be catching it way ahead. So I didn't, out of nervousness, I didn't trigger any buys on this. So I am risk off on Roku. So, dude, if we get
it's
it,
probably not ready, dude. It's probably not ready, bro.
right? I still think it has some consolidation and maybe a little bit of downside to go. Maybe another 3 points down, and then kind of consolidate in that area, then to get it to pop off. I mean, a 20-point move, 30-point move, not something easy to call.
Well, you still got that low pivot at 54 or something like that.
Right. You're talking about this one right down here, right?
56.88. Yeah.
Yeah. So if we do,
that
pivot
right there.
those would
This
be,
thing's going to $40, boys.
dude. That's what I'm thinking, bro. I was thinking this is going to 49.40. That was my initial play here, but there's something telling me otherwise. So I have to express it, and I have to give it to the team too, right? So
Yeah.
my initial play, I got to tell you, man. I told my brother, I was like, oh, dude, this thing is about to fall big time. It's going into the 40s. I told him, and he's like, "Oh, no way, really?" He goes, "So let's get puts." And I told him, "Let me look at the chart, though, right?" So, a lot of critical things to consider. We are at historic lows in the stochastic momentum oversold in major time frames. I mean, way down there. Like by daily time frame, sitting at the 4.75%. It's only been a handful of times that it's been below that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 times in its history that has been below this point. So
the chart does look bearish as fuck, though.
It does.
Look bearish.
Hell yeah, dude. This is a mad distribution here.
Is that options?
Flow's the only thing that kind of like.
No, that's Danny Gonzalez speaking in the chat. Go ahead, buddy.
Oh, God.
Yo, what's up, guys? Nah, I'm just listening in, man, with this Roku. I'm just waiting for it to do something. Obviously, we were chatting yesterday, and we were talking about how it might shoot up, even though the chart looks hella bearish.
Right?
Yeah, man. Arca, what you were saying about like the buy daily yesterday, I forgot. I'm trying to remember what we were talking about, but yeah, I didn't touch it today either. I'm waiting for it to start doing something because it's been consolidating for so long that when it does get it popping, it's gonna do it for a little while. So we'll have a chance to get in. I don't want to go the wrong way or jump in on a trap.
And this is what Danny means by consolidation, right? Take a look at your 12-hour time frame and just look at this chop. It's freaking real, right? So. And it is kind of disguised within like a falling wedge too, whatever that may be. But yeah, it's just been chopping around.
Yeah, it's a long time. And, like Wyckoff says, the bigger the effect or bigger cause, bigger effect kind of thing. So I'm just like seeing how long it consolidated up there and then look at how big it took a shit. And then.
Right.
Like, yeah, you
honestly,
see all that?
The easiest way to determine this is just draw your channels and see which way it breaks. I mean, that's
inflections.
Just,
oh, dude.
That's it. We're going to go simple.
We wait.
Yeah, we got to wait for it, man, and see what it chooses.
Yeah.
So
52 is your target, I think.
52. I definitely see. Man, I see a 51.
Yeah. No, I see 52 also.
Right.
Correct.
I'd like to see him sweep that gap at 59, slip down bust that 55 and halt at that 52, that would be perfect.
Looks like we got a
Yeah.
low of 51.69 potential
That would
area.
be the ultimate bear trap because everybody would be like, "Oh, it broke the channel,"
It's going.
and pile in.
Which
and
is
then,
That's what
what
it's
they
gonna
want
be.
us. Yeah, that's
Yep.
what they want us to think for sure. And then that's when they
Yeah.
bust
That's where
it the
we're
other
boom.
way.
So
Yeah,
then we
that's
got a
what I'm thinking
range.
too.
Fight 51.69
Yeah.
to 55.01 potential bottom side. We know we can slip through the 60 gap on the daily. If we do get into this zone here, this would be your go zone in here, man. The Bulls could be planning something against the Bears, and if it does reach down this low, team, risk on, right? So we'll keep an eye on this as we move. But holy
my
crap.
daily's telling me if they don't do it, if they don't turn this thing tomorrow, this could be in for a couple weeks of downside.
Ooh, that's gonna be nice.
And that's only got a $4 weekly range right now, so I mean it could just slow fade down there.
Dude, we're talking about diving to the $50 zone. We are about 80%. The ATR is 80% the valuation of the stock. That is nuts. So I mean, the that shows explosion, man. So if it does explode, we got to just be ready to choose the side, right? Whatever that side is, it does not matter. We're ambidextrous traders. We take it to the upside or we take it to the downside. We find the volatility. We ride the volatility.
DSR,
Yeah,
dumbass. I'm an only child.
Who said this? Guys, what the heck? And also,
I didn't even have a brother.
Man, I'm about to go on there too. Let's go jump this food, Cryptic.
What the hell is that?
We gotta go jump this food. Fuck that. I'm logging on YouTube right now. Let me see what's good.
DSR, my brother. This is not Cryptic's play. This is actually a play that I introduced, and he is sharing his.
Yeah, what I see. That's all.
Yeah, that's all. He's just sharing his knowledge, my brother. No problem here. No problem at all. But let's
but Roku, dude, like we were saying yesterday, it just looks too easy. Like there's
It
no
does.
way that they're gonna give it to us like that.
Ugh.
Yeah.
That's what
I
we were
agree.
saying yesterday. I was like that, and that's what CoinFox said. It's just there's no way that it just looks too simple, man. Like I don't think they're probably gonna send it onto another chop zone once it gets down there or something, man. It just can't be that easy. But I guess sometimes it is, man. But more no.
So, I mean, if it drops from here, 62 to 58, that is your gap that we can slip below. 60. The daily gap is right.
Yeah.
Right over here, man. So if this thing does slip, I hate to say this. Oh, here's the thing we can do. Here's the thing we can do before I say anything. Let's run a correlation coefficient against the SPY. Let's see the broader markets against Roku and see how it's been behaving. Does it have correlation or does it not? Right. So let's pull it up and see what percentage it is in, man. Damn.
Obviously not right now.
Not right now, right? But let's see historically. And what I mean is if we face a flash correction, if we face a correction in the broader markets, will this follow it? I get it. Everything does tend to follow, right? But will it have a high impact on it? So let's choose the S&P 500 SPY ticker right here, and we'll add correlation, right? So no correlation on the daily, but we want to see the weekly. So weekly was completely correlated until just this earnings call, right? So that tells you that this has the probabilities of reversing and completely follow the correlation of the broader markets if the broader markets force everything into correction. So now that means that this will fall into that target. It can flash. We're talking about an 11-point drawdown here. So on a 4 ATR, right? So if we got a 4 ATR and this thing flashes to the downside, which is what CoinFox is essentially saying the markets could be due for, this I don't see why not. This thing could play the broader market drawdown and find the bounce from the recovery. So the dead cat rip is what could send this to freaking oblivion.
Mm-hmm.
So I got
speculate. 136 target for the end of the year. By the end of the year, on Roku 136, 135.
So you're talking about buy the rip. Buy the dip and to get this thing to rip all the way up. Let me see. Let me check this out. This is a way to also tell if, let's just say that we were to break out from March 11th. I'm just guessing here, just a guesstimate. they were to break out for March 11th or whatever, and we apply a trend line on this, it's giving you outlandish targets, like 287. What is 287? Oh, that's this inflection here. Why were we up there? What the hell did Roku do to get this high? Oh,
Dude, I saw it. I remember it went to 100. It went to like 110 because it was like a bunch of news coming out. But that was just a few weeks ago.
Oh,
That was
yeah.
pandemic.
That could have been
pandemic.
yeah, because if it was pandemic, I see it because it's a streaming platform. Lots of people started buying that. You know what I mean? So
They'll never get back there.
I don't think it goes back all the way up there. What the hell would it have?
Yeah, Roku's not big enough a company. It's too little to be that much money.
And it has a lot of competition with streaming services like even Amazon Fire Stick, right? Roku, I get it. They have it's a product of Hulu. I think so, right? And it's also a physical product. I know some TVs but this is already a while. TVs are built in with Roku's inside, just like Chromecast and other things, right? But yeah, like I said, still a very high competition market within that, right? And it's definitely not a Google, right? So, and who's Hulu owned by? Is that owned by a tyrant? Like a big one?
Disney.
That's it. So actually, they may have a chance, man. Is that why Disney capitulating? I think we looked at it yesterday.
Big trouble. Disney's in big trouble with
Wasn't Apple buying Disney?
No, but with the woke thing, that Disney, like the head guy ran away, and the guy who ran Disney years ago, back when it was Mickey Mouse, is there now. They're in big trouble with the woke crap.
Oh,
and
right.
I've been on the phone with Roku for the last 3 days. If you buy big screen TVs, a lot of them are called Roku TVs.
Yep.
So all the apps that you put on, you put up on your TV, you pay through Roku. So they're, I'm not saying they're the greatest, but they're not a nickel, they're not a candy store, a little candy store in the corner. They're
not going anywhere.
But all right, that's all I got.
They're not going to do Roku. Big business.
Forget about.
Hey, did you get locked out? Did you get locked out of your Roku apps, your device, or no?
Who's that? Me?
Yeah.
No, something happened with I won my MLB with MLB baseball. They gave me I don't know, something screwed up. But they had 3 emails. There's probably 80 people
that they were users were locked out.
I
really?
think all my kids are watching Roku, watching all these, paying for all these apps under my name or something like that. It's a crazy thing.
Yeah, man. But that's the play, guys. We got something happening here. I will say that we're gonna keep track of this, right? We're not going to gamble the play. We're going to react according to the price guidance, right? Sentiment, whatever we can use as guidance, we will use it. Whether what if this is showing us that there could be a catalyst in line here? We don't know. Whatever it is, we're going to be observant of it, and we're going to be aware of it too. So YouTube chat, please go ahead and consider hitting that link. Join the Arca Bulls trading team. Come on by and trade alongside some very talented traders. You can hear them in here, man. These guys are absolute talent, and I'm very lucky to be trading side by side with these guys often enough, right? So Roku is a must-watch. Definitely a ticker to consider for a massive rip, whether it be the downside or the upside. Let's figure it out, and then we shall react to that direction. Thanks so much, everybody, for tuning in. Hit that like button, right? Subscribe to the channel. And, finesse that algorithm so we can get some more viewers up in here, right?
Looking at your 2-day.
Say again, buddy. Say again.
I'm looking at your 2-day chart. I mean, I think if they're going to save it, like, for the next week or two, they got to bump it tomorrow. Like, tomorrow's got to be the day. Otherwise, she's gone.
17 hours and 19 minutes to close this buy daily iteration. That is tomorrow market close. I completely agree. I guess we're going to have to eyeball this tomorrow, right? So what would you personally like to look for either direction? What would be like a condition per se?
I mean, I'd like to see a gap up. I'd like to see a gap up, come back and back test 62 and go. Because on my 2-day, the system I use is showing me that it's in severe danger of big downside. Like, it's got one more 2-day candle to play with.
And it's over just tomorrow.
Right. And a lot of times, when it gets to that point and you're at support, there might be some news or God knows what, and they rip it, But if they don't save it here, this thing's going to capitulate.
Okay, so what you are looking at here on my chart is the difference between the ticker SPY in a 4-hour time frame and Roku down in this area with a 4-hour time frame. It's not entirely deviated. Let's see this in an hourly time frame. It has its own particular behaviors, right? Because it is completely bearish.
Yeah.
But it did have some correlation in the first 5 hours of the trade. Right? Before it faced its own thing. Now, the continuation to the upside on the SPY also was read by Roku. That drop here, also read by Roku. And the power hour upside was also read by Roku. Now, look at the post market. It is behaving. Right? So where is that's important to know, right? Because this would be giving us a hint that there is a source for us to observe, for its potential upside or downside. Now, whether that's tomorrow or not, I think we could possibly see this in the next day, like you're saying, because you yourself said ES is bloody right now. So are we going to get that gap down? Will we face the loading zone that we're speaking of? Man, it might be in play. If
the options theory is correct, it has to be in the next couple days.
Damn. Talk about a rush here, man. I'm getting nervous.
I'm wondering if they sold those 65 calls.
I
And you said there's 50s,
90s.
No, the
There's
puts.
90s and 100s.
Puts.
Both ways. There's both ways.
40 puts, man. There's 40 puts, but
Yeah.
no
Oh,
open
40s.
interest.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, the open interest is in the higher ones.
Yeah, the open interest is definitely in the higher ones, and by big margin, dude. Huge open interest in the call side. But I haven't seen.
That's the only thing that has me saying that we might hit and bounce hard or gap. I don't know, because it's weird. That's why I say just watch the channels. That's it.
I completely agree. Now, brothers, I actually gotta change a diaper. Hold on, dude. I'm not even joking. I'm gonna go ahead and leave. We got to look at this next, just before we look at the rest of the requests, right? But ES is, I agree. It is a little bloody right now. Complete drawdown, right? It looks like the 5-minute time frame is presently succeeding the upside and beyond the SMA 50. So there could be a continuation here. It may recover, but we have to see what this is like. Coin, I don't mean to ask you, buddy, but I'm just going to go ahead and step out real quick. Can you share with the team what you feel on the ES? And I will be back in just 3 minutes. Even if you stop speaking, it doesn't matter.
Isn't tomorrow the jobs report? Or
Jolts,
tomorrow we got
tomorrow.
jobs.
Hold on just a sec,
I just
team.
posted the gamma levels for Roku, and look at that huge put wall at 63. At all the wicks. Look at all the wicks we got. I mean, that's why we're kind of stuck there. So they may pop it.
Damn. Okay.
Because it has to be tomorrow. And the ES, I mean, we held the lows. I'm still looking for potentially another lower low this week. But as of right now, we held the lows. We could gap down, spike it, and run it right back through the top. There's a lot of distribution going on right now.
Absolutely.
Lot. I mean, it's just ridiculous.
Let me step out real quick, team, just a sec.
Yeah, I mean, as far as direction, it don't matter what it looks like, because, look at today. We rip, and then 10 minutes or 15 minutes took out the whole day. Cryptic. I was actually short the ES at 51.28, I think, 29. And then I went to 30, 31, 32. I'm like, I don't know. And then it like started dipping down. I'm like, I don't know. Maybe this thing's going to rip. I covered for like 3 points. And the next candle just fucking drilled.
Dude,
I'm like, you piker.
I was underwater on Tesla all day because it kept going up until the end of the day. Like shit, I just got back to zero.
I'm like, you piker. Oh man. And then of course, then I'm like, well, I don't want to chase it because it might bounce. And then the next candle just went lower and lower and lower. I'm like, son of a bitch. I ended up catching like 10 points on it, but oh well, I couldn't believe it, dude. Unreal. And then tonight, same thing. The market open. I'm like, I don't see any bids. I'm like, and it just stuck. I gotta put a short on. It dropped like a point or two and just sat there. And I'm like, I don't know, something's not right. I closed it an hour later. I opened the screen. I'm like, this thing just dropped 20 points. What the fuck? Thoughts on Meta? Yeah, I mean, Meta's. I mean, looking at the flow, you got 550 and 420. I mean, that's your box. I don't know if it's still the same, but it can run both ends of that. It's all going to depend on the market. I mean,
yeah.
For every time I thought something was going to do something because it looked so perfect and, it just turns around and rips your face. Let me see the gamma levels on Meta real quick. See if anything's changed. Ooh. My goodness, there's a lot of puts in the system. Some high delta puts too. 585 puts.
Meta.
515s to 495s. Heavy. I think this thing's set for a dump soon. Look at this. I'll post it.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I see the flow. I see the flow too.
All right, I'm gonna post it for you. Yeah, definitely gonna be reloading Meta puts. Look at this shit that I just posted in the chat. Jeez.
450.
Jeez. Look at how small the calls are too compared to the puts.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that 600 though. That's a huge delta. So it looks to me like that's like a 495 to 500. Once we drop below that 495, should get a beeline into that 470s. Look at them too. Look at it, got it boxed in. Ugh.
The 20, maybe 479.
What do I after hours? Let me check the 2-day. Yeah, 2-day I got 93, potentially 487. But if you look at a 2-day chart, look at the pivot. It bounced off the 494 pivot. It's all going to depend on what the market does tomorrow. We got tons of data tomorrow and Powell again. I think tomorrow is going to be D-Day.
I had a stupid little wedge on Meta. Bounced off today. That gives me the 462 target.
462. Yeah, I mean, that would be midweek next week, right?
Yeah. Or sometime
If I'm looking at a 2-day chart, you're talking 2, 4, 6. Maybe if we get some expansion next week, because these last 2-day charts are what's it running from 80 to you're only $20 ATR every other day now. 25
right now. It's 10 right now. 10.
Yeah, so it's definitely contracting. But yeah,
I mean, you could see that 450. Shit.
I don't know, man. This is really. Let me check the 2-day on the SPY. Yeah, SPY got. Well, if it holds up this 509 level, 508 60s, we're going to another new high tomorrow. I mean, if the jobs numbers come out and they like spike it down and just start buying it up again, probably going to 415 to 515 to 515. Because your 2-day ATR on the SPY, you got 505 and 514s, 20s, so almost $10. Our low was 508. Add 10, you're at 518. So let's cut it down to realistic numbers. We popped the high 515, 516. Tomorrow could be a massive update. Still weak though. I mean, it's still weak. You got to see aggressive buying on the algos, guys. You got to see, and you guys should know what it looks like at this point. When you see that bottom and it's green, that's it. The buy program's running hard. As of right now, we rejected the open of 512. So, yeah, you start getting above 512s and it's showing strength, then this thing should rip past the new weekly high. If not, and we cuck, then we're going to print an inside bar, bro.
Yeah.
Wow, the previous
next
2 days.
Next week we'll see the movements. Next week. Next week I think it's going to be more action.
Yeah. This is we make a new high this week. We already did make a new high this week. And we got 2 days. Man.
How long does it take Arca to change a diaper? Damn.
I'm actually here, guys. It's not only the diaper. I have to make sure that this guy can actually stay entertained while we're talking to business here, right? So I got him some snacks. I got him my tablet so he doesn't feel so damn bored with his own, right? So I got to expand here and get creative. So the boy,
Yeah, we're not exactly entertainers here, me and Coin. We just talking.
We're just over there chatting it up or what?
I don't, as much as I want, I fucking want the downside so bad, but nothing is showing that we're actually gonna dump,
I was speculating on that a couple days ago too,
look at
man.
the weekly.
I was saying
look at this.
NVIDIA.
Go ahead.
NVIDIA told me to stop though. NVIDIA wants 1,000, bro.
Look at the SPY weekly. It's like, it looks like a straight ABC type move off that low from 410s. Like
SPY.
What is this? Yeah, if you just go from your pivot 410 low up to your, what is this, the 475 high, just double it. Your target is like to 445, 450s.
Yikes. If we're gonna get
and
that, I
everybody's
guess
trying to short this shit.
And but what is look at? If we're looking at momentum on the RSI, dude, this is we are not overextended. You know what I mean? Go ahead, buddy. Click on that.
Yeah.
It's just like we still have room to go. If anything, this is creating a freaking pennant in momentum, which is still suggesting a potential upside, right? And if it does suggest an upside, how far up will it go? Now, hold on, I gotta turn the volume on this guy. Yeah, buddy.
You get these brief little resets, but.
And as far as NVIDIA, I think it's, dude, unfortunately, NVIDIA is still leading the pack. It's still, it's got a big butt.
It is
NVIDIA
the pack.
making no sense, though.
NVIDIA is the pack now.
Yeah,
There
it
is
is.
so much. I mean, Apple's dead. You know,
It really
Meta's
is.
just chopping. Netflix is just chopping. And it's like,
Dude, NVIDIA should be crashing already, and it just doesn't want to.
And
just call it the NVIDIA 500.
NVIDIA just don't want to come down.
everything built under the NVIDIA platform, right? So NVIDIA
Check AMD,
chose.
though. AMD's looking a little exhausted here, buddy.
Is it? You know what?
Oh.
I did notice a slight deviation from it. I've noticed it little by little, right? So,
And AMD's known to have 10% down days.
ooh,
Like, that's common. And if AMD dumps, I think it's going to 188. Like this week.
this
Let me
week.
check a 2-day on this. Let me check on a 2-day on this thing. Ooh, that's so bad.
That-
Okay,
yeah.
I'm gonna readjust it to 198 first.
19. Yeah, that's your inflection.
They said 88. I was like, what the fuck?
I mean, dude, I was like, let's get short tomorrow or what?
Well, I'm
88?
saying,
What kind of...
this is contingent upon if the market rolls. Like if we get some, we got a lot of data tomorrow and Powell. If the market takes a big shit tomorrow, 188's possible. Because this thing has 10% days quite often.
Damn, dude.
I mean, it does. So you're talking $21. Yeah, you're down to the 190s, 188.
we projected this. We projected this top, bro. We literally called out 202 at the break of this chop. And it's just way overextended.
220s is. It seems like 220s would be the target, 225, but it's looking iffy to me. Look at these exhaustion candles.
You definitely have some declining volume on the 12-hour, inclining price, right? Bearish divergence on that. Look at your fibs. You got the 2-spot 272 at 218.06 and the 2-spot 618 at 228.34. So your 225, 224 thesis is the 50%. Between those two, I agree. It's if not 272, then somewhere in between there. People tend to take their bags. I mean, dude, if it doesn't, I will say this: the $10 mark, man. Price discovery, we got to play the whole numbers, right? 5s, 10s, 15s, 20s. So if this goes up, maybe you're in complete. It's bull trap zone, right, man? Right in that 220 to 220. I mean, honestly. 218 to 223, that's all suspect, and then anything beyond that, of course. But I agree, man. I think AMD could, but then even if it's ready and then NVIDIA decides, remember, dude, we were talking about this the other day. I mean, what day is it today? We're on Wednesday, right? So we were speaking of this 2 days ago, you and I, on Monday. We said, what? I mean, we see this thing declining, right? And we were like, man, it's gone. It's gonna break the prior day low. Check this out. Right here, right? We were trading the Tuesday or Monday, one of these. Break that prior day low. It broke it. No follow through. And I was talking to you in the morning saying, dude, all we need is for this thing to just decide, well, it's time to open up a can of whoop ass and just take it to new highs. And it's literally what it did. We had no idea. So it's gotten up. The daily time frame has gotten up to 897.24, and if we're at 900, and we're talking about 900, these are not whole numbers like 10, 15, dude. These are now triple-digit numbers. If we're at 900, then I have to say, why not 1,000? The why not thesis at these highs may actually work.
Oh, it's going to 1,000.
dude. And if it
It's
goes to
fizz.
1,000, expect
Yeah.
a massive pullback. Do you see on the book any sellers
They'll
there?
split at 1,000. They'll split at 1,000.
I hope so.
The book's not populated right now.
Oh yeah, that's right. During market hours, right? So I will say, man, that if they just like Tesla, right? Tesla ended up going what, $1,200, $1,300, $1,400 Tesla before they split it.
Yeah.
Dude, it's got to get to that point. I'm surprised that SMCI didn't even do it.
I'm gonna say this I don't think SMCI has the float for that.
That's true. That is true.
I will say this for anybody that is thinking of playing AMD, because it can have some big days. If you look left on the daily, you got a lot of upper wicks. So this is like
AMD?
This is a scalp. This is a scalp play if you play it.
And in fact,
Because
the markets
look at all those topping tails. You might get that pump and then
drop.
destroy your calls.
Yeah.
So if you do play it, if you say you play the low and you're going to ride it up, cool. But this isn't an all day holder like Nvidia is.
Agreed. And
If
take a look
you
at your.
Nvidia's dailies.
Let's see.
Most of the dailies close near the highs.
Yikes. Yeah. So even
Nvidia could be an all day or a longer hold.
Yeah, it looks like it shifts. It looks like it shifts into the after Euro close into open into when NYSE returns for lunch. It right around those times it kind of it corrects and it completely shifts and it continues and then it gaps up the next day, and it's been doing constant gap ups. Right? It's so many gap ups on almost every day, and that's my speculation. Tomorrow this thing potentially gaps up to 898, 899.
The market's gonna rip tomorrow, guys. I'm telling you right now.
I think so too. I'm under
the ES held yesterday's open on this sell-off all night long. Now it's back at 5,100.
Damn.
This thing is gonna rip. At minimum, it's going to 5,140. It's gonna fill the gap, and there's nothing stopping it from just. Do not short, guys.
Yeah. This is
if those jobs numbers come out and the market takes a dump, look for a buy if you hold the previous day's low.
Yeah, that would be the previous day. Well, by then, no, I'm sorry. Still, it would be 50.84 prior day low, and your 2 day lows would be close to inflection, right? Your 50.60 to around 50.62. That would be your line in the sand there before this can face a deeper correction into the areas of around 50.29 to 50.20. That but that's only conditional, right? It's very conditional with the 50.60 level. So
yeah,
I think distribution here overnight distribution, early pre-market here, Euro open accumulation, gap up American markets. And I don't know what the gap up is going to do, but I think it may have something to do with 5,200. And
I'm thinking it does.
Right?
I don't think it's going to gap up. I think it's going to gap down and rip.
Oh, okay, nice. I'm with either or.
Yeah, I like, because it's still accumulating down here at these lows. I mean, it's still like chopping around down here.
Yeah, I agree, brother. This is
this looks dangerous.
It also appears I thought it was actually. It
looks like a head and shoulders.
Yeah, the 4 hour looks a little ominous, man.
I know it's scary, but don't be scared.
Yeah, it might not actually realize it, dude. It feels like it's playing games with the shorts, man. It's just kind of enticing people to think it's getting bearish, right? But I see a very nice accumulation in volume on the 4 hour time frame. That doesn't look bearish to me, man. That still looks like it wants to top out a little more. It feels like it still has some more room to go. And if it does, that's probably because it's a larger time frame rising wedge. So we could be still getting some more highs over the next maybe week or two before it decides to. Remember, we were talking about mid-March to end of March for a corrective move. A top out. If this thing's really gonna blow off top somewhere up there, I don't know. Maybe I have no idea. I can't even project it. The only thing that would be able to tell us would be something like, what's the immediate short-term fib retracement? You have a 5180 at the 618. Yeah, maybe not past 5250. I don't know, 5253. That's the 2618. And then your natural line in the sand would be the 272, the 3-spot 272 at 5300. That's 5300. That's really high. You know, I don't know that it's that. I mean, but when you see things like this here, look at, you know, that thing bottomed out at 4958 and it ripped over the next day into 5123. That's I mean, that's dangerous, dude. That is absolutely crazy. You're talking about a 150 point move, a rip, man. Just it rips. So,
Oh man,
I don't know, man. I think we have that these days, man. These days are the ones that could give an opportunity for you as a day trader. I consider, you know, potentially sizing up into days like this, high risk, right? But the reward potentials are very big. But yeah, guys, let me go ahead and just get rid of. I can give you guys a quick little break right here, right? Let me take over some of these requests for some of the shit stocks, right? So let's get,
for sure.
yeah, man. So let me take a look per request here, right? The last 3 days or 4 days for that ticker,
God.
yeah, dude, has ripped here 85%. I can't even believe it. Like, why? What did it do? Like, what? How is this running from 598 all the way up to 1119 in just 3 days or 4 days? That's crazy. So I was expressing an opinion today, and I want to see if this maintained its posture, right? So actually it did. It definitely closed above the prior day closure, right? It's still, it was, came down to close just below the prior day high. I don't actually see this as overly bearish, but it does show that it could retrace just a little bit, right? I'm also observing this for Triple X2 team. So let me go ahead and see if this thing has the potential. What are the after hours close was what? 940, right? So let's see.
It's a China play.
Yeah, I think ZJYO is a China play, isn't it? I'm pretty sure it is, but it did close above that 940. So that 940 makes it turns the 2-day high into a support, 932, right? So I think the lowest probability here would be around 902, and there could still be a continuation to the upside. This is not showing signs of really slowing, other than immediate short-term retracements. To be very honest, like half a day tomorrow, potential pullback. I don't see it running into, well, let's see the daily true range, actually. Let's see. It's about 180. So that's 926, 826, 7, maybe actually. Okay, so this does have room to retrace into this support range, $8 to 741. And if it does retrace into this area here, that would be your clean inverse head and shoulders reaccumulation event, right? This thing may actually consider deeper upside. I don't know why or what the hell it's even doing, but guys, I'm just gonna say it like this: whatever the charts are saying is what I'm telling you. I don't care where this goes, and I don't care that the stock dies either. It's not my. I don't care for this play whatsoever. All right, so
They make wheelchairs?
Say again, buddy.
It's a wheelchair company?
Is it really? Jin Medical International? Oh no.
They engage in design, development, manufacture, and sale of wheelchair and other living aids used by people with disabilities. What the?
So they just got full of shorts, and now people are just trying to GME this thing, or what? It did split.
For on this thing.
So if it does create this inverse head and shoulders, right, there is a potential here. There is some hopium, but I will say, do not go off of a formation, right? We need cleaner signals than that, right? But the top side of the formation can lead to something around 2119, right? But of course, your very, very important resistance area, resistance zones must be broken, 1531 to 1576, and then particularly your 1662, right? If it even gets there. But expect expect a retracement here into open in tomorrow, right down into the areas of about $8, $8 and then 741. Potential area to find some bulls here, some buyers, and the thesis would be to reaccumulate after that distribution event. The hourly time frame does show still some downside here. It's a little corrective, right? But still, right? It's still showing downside. It's in the bearish control zone. By hourly time frame, I imagine the same entering bearish control zone. The 3 hour is, let's see, yep, downside here. 4 hour time frame also downside. 6 and the 8 hour and 12 hour would be the ones that would just face a little bit of rejection here, come down into the gravitational zone, get that rejection and continuation to the upside, right? So yeah, I think tomorrow may be actually a red day with a potential of coming back up to recovery at market open, right? So let's just see what it does, but tomorrow may not be a risk on day, right? So we have to just observe this, okay? I'm personally not playing this, so I'm not going to be taking care of this or kind of nurturing it through the day, but I'm giving you here the potentials, right? If it does fall into this area, be careful with it falling beneath 741. Any 4 hour closure, right? Maybe even an hourly closure could do it. Beneath 741 could introduce some downside, right? So that may invalidate your play too. Okay, so this would be your line in the sand. 741, no lower than that. It can wick below, that's cool, right? But if it starts to close candles below that, no bueno, exit. And that would be risk off, and then it could go into a deeper correction, of which this would be my next targets, right? Of course, 596, yeah, I get it. But more like a true bottom here would be 541 to 554. Okay, team, so heads up on this. This is going to be a very emotional play. I can see the anxiety. I can see the psychology just trying to completely take over here. It's a lot of people nervous here. Okay, be very, very careful.
Split.
Say again, brother?
Why would they do a 20-for-1 split?
Dude, it was at $500 or some crazy number. And then they brought it back down to an area to where I guess people can buy in, and I don't know what they announced here, but they announced something along the lines of combating the shorts with I don't know what strategy, and then this thing started ripping 85% over 4 days.
It's AI wheelchairs. AI wheelchairs.
Somebody said that.
Dude.
Somebody said that, dude. Cryptic, sorry, buddy.
AI wheelchairs, bro.
Bro,
HKD.
it's the future, bro. It's because HKD, man. That's why. It's because AI.
HKD.
It's because AI HKD.
It's Ham and Willie. Dos Beckies. Are you stuck in this or what?
Dude, I don't think he's in here right now. He was here just a little bit ago, and then he wasn't. Damn it. Dude, he's got some strong. Dude, no, I think he's got an average down here, like in 5s or 4s or something. This guy bought in low.
Get out, Dos Beckies, get out.
At least the guy's got good discretion, right? My bro's playing it the right way. So anyway, team,
boy,
I don't like this ticker, man. I personally like
that monthly looks like it's gonna get smashed.
Yeah, monthly. Let me see. Oof. Damn. Oh God.
Looks like it's gonna go red.
Oh, dude.
Everybody's probably saying it's a bull flag. I don't think
this is not a bull flag. It is a big ass.
Look at your look, and now go to your 15-day.
These right here. That is.
I don't know if you have a 15-day.
Dude. That is definitely a bearish engulfing, right? So usually gets up to 60, maybe top side 65%, the retracement, and then it just like right here, like $11. Yeah. That's it. That usually goes up to there and retraces. And I guess we still have 21 days to find out. But dude, this is very, very dangerous. You said the right. You said the 15-day. Let me go ahead and add that here into the criteria and see what that's looking like, man. I'm getting ready for a serious surprise here. Let me see. So the 15-day time frame. Oh, dude, long wicks to the upside, indecision dojis. Holy crap, is what I'm reading here.
Yeah.
Remember, TA doesn't matter in these plays. Come on,
dude. Psychology is going to completely take over, bro. It's $1,000 or nothing.
The chart don't matter. The chart don't matter.
Yeah, man. What the hell, coin? I told you 1,000 or nothing.
$3. I see it. $3.
Dude. $3, right? That would be your damn, dude, $3.14. That would be a complete invalidation here, dude. What is, you know what? Now that you're presenting this, let me take a look at the 10-day, and I also want to start introducing something weird. Sorry, Coin, go ahead, buddy.
No, I'm good.
There was, I remember my mentor, he used two very distinct time frames, and some of which not a lot of people used. He used the 150-day SMA and used also the 80 SMA. Are you familiar with those time frames?
You mean moving averages?
Yeah.
I don't use moving averages.
Oh, I know you don't, man, but you have knowledge.
I mean, this thing hasn't even been trading for 150 days.
Yeah, we don't have nothing. So that means that the 1 minute 150 day.
Now, I do have a friend that uses moving averages, but he calculates them. So if he's looking for a 200 moving average on a 1 minute chart, he calculates what the 200 moving average on a 5 minute chart would be. And then he manually enters it in. So that's too much for me.
I can see how that can work. You can see actually a space, a bubble between the moving averages to find confluence between historical price. Dude, I can see that working out. That's nice. Check this out,
it's
dude.
like a multi-time frame. SMO kind of thing.
I personally use an EMA 200 against an SMA 200 for that bubble. You know, the difference between. But check the 10-day out. This looks a little healthier, right? So you have a bullish engulfing outside bar, right? So giving you a little bit of hopium here from the early time frame, as it can potentially, if this thing has to close, no matter which way we look at it, has to close above the prior bar open, right? 853. So if you don't get that closure in the next 6 days, 16 hours, this would be invalidated. Downside is more than likely. But this here is giving me the only reason this could give a little bit of upside thrust, right? And also that being a shorter time frame pennant. Yeah. So I don't know, right? There are sometimes, dude, the thing is that sometimes I tend to consider your shorter time frames because if they do prove correct or if they prove worthy, they cascade into your later ones, and then you have that ripple effect, right, based on the initial impulse. So if there is that, and that may be the line in the sand for this thing, the only type of hopium, right? But we don't trade hopium, team. We trade signals, we trade charts, and we trade man. Yeah. So you have our thoughts here, man. You have our thoughts, bearish and bullish, right? There's a fight against all of them, and there is a case against each other all through every time frame. So in other words, is this a semi-annual indecision doji or what, right? So no, in fact, they're just looking like little hanging mans, right? They still need to be above the prior wick high, but it's not the best thing in the world. Red inside.
You guys that are trading this thing, sorry, dude.
Say again, buddy. Go ahead.
Just one quick thing for anybody trading this thing. It's very illiquid.
Ooh, so you can tell by the options flow.
You can just tell by the candles. I mean, you start looking at, like 1 minute, 2 minute candles, you got gaps everywhere.
Oh, it's barcoding.
Yeah. I mean, just nonstop gaps. You can go any time of the day, noon, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. There's nobody trading this thing.
This is algorithmic.
It's just you're just begging to get raped.
Yeah, look at that. This is just
you can't. This is very illiquid.
Holy crap, team. Again, right? Damn, 1 minute head and shoulders on an entire day here, like.
Got him.
Damn it.
Bearish divergence on the 1 hour. Bearish divergence.
Dude, you know what? Good call on that. Let's see the LRC close on that too. Damn it. Is it beneath the mid band? And that's a lucky shot here, right? So that would mean retrace to your 927, then you would have to, if it even reaches, right, you're going to have a resistance range between 951 and about 966, but this would be your next zone right here, 997, which is your $10 mark. Of course, it would face some pressure there as well, and that's only if the post hours respect enough that the LRC is below the price action, right? So just heads up on that, right? Not the best thing in the world, but just be careful trading this team. All right, that's going to do it here for ZJYL. And let me continue a couple little more requests here, right? I know that one has a lot of sentiment, and I think it was very nice of us to consider the peeps here, right, for a full-on breakdown on that thing. So good luck on that one, team. Please be safe, right? So check this out. JL is the next poo-poo, right? Check this out right here, man. Huge price imbalance, right, between 251 and 1263 is your fair value gap, apparently. So if this thing really does explode to the upside, I guess your next resistance range would be 617, but what are the odds that it could when you have a daily red bar like this and you have the moving average below that red bar this far down, right? So could this be a bear flag? Could it be a dead cat? Let's observe this in other time frames so that we can see or speculate on that potential, right? So let's see the 8-hour time frame. No, nothing yet. In fact, I am getting a little bit of a broadening read here, which is naturally a bearish formation as well. So in fact, the hourly time, no, it's not quite a bearish formation. I got to admit, a little bit of your head and shoulders, but it looks like it already realized. So the next thing would be is to check out our moving averages, right? Particularly the SMA 50. That tends to be a pretty respectful moving average to consider when things dip like this, right? So this was, yeah, check it out, right? I'm gonna show you something. It's just a little trick here that I tend to use myself, and I use it very often because it tends to work out with capitulation signals like the one that we're observing here. This is your SMA 50 cyan line, right? So check this out. You get this huge capitulation, right? 2-day consolidation phase. Then as soon as you get that SMA 50 in your proximity, price action would naturally want to take it and then test it for continuation. So far, the bulls they're not quite ready to take on the responsibility of getting the guide from the SMA 50 to the upside here. So now this could be an area of resistance. So you're the best thing that can happen for this ticker would be for you to ride to the upside, get the validation here at around that 244, and hopefully we can consolidate here a couple days on that SMA 50, right? 230 to around 245, maybe even to the top side of 253. The more you consolidate above this SMA 50, the better, and the bigger of a support range you'll create, right? So if you can make that chop zone 230 to 253 over the next couple of days, great news. Then you would be headed to potentially claiming the upside of the next critical moving average, which could be the SMA 2. Man, those are way behind, man. Can't even do it. Yeah, maybe even let's take a look at what other time frames we can use for our benefit here, right? So SMA 10 is currently getting validated here for an upside, right? Hourly closure above it. This is likely to come back and test it again, right? Expect here some wicks below 212 even, right? It's still okay even if it tests down to the area of 207. Invalidations will happen at the break of the prior day's low at $2. Breaking that $2 zone will introduce 189 into your 3-day low of 178. And that, my friend, will be your invalidation zone for the 153. Okay, so heads up on that. This is good news. You're getting the break above the SMA 10, right? Going to face a little bit of resistance at that SMA 50. You're going to consolidate. Let's see if the bulls can take over, right? Then that would be 2 moving averages, 3, honestly, 4 actually. That would be your SMA 5, EMA 7, EMA 9, SMA 10, and SMA 50 as the moment you break above that 50. So things would start to accumulate here, right? Then your next time frame, bi-hourly needs to clear the SMA 10 and SMA 50, your 3-4 hour, and so on. So it's a lot of conditions to meet here, right? Especially when things drop this hard. Lots of resistance and lots of technical areas for it to get over. All right, brother. But yeah, expect that range here I think the best thing that could happen would be that 253 to 230 bottom consolidation area, and then like consider a breakout process. This may be an effort here of definitely a couple of weeks, but heads up on that, man. Good luck on this play. I hope that analysis worked out for you, right? So you know what, a 20-cent dividend per share, that could actually send it, right? If it does send the price action to per se this top side, right, the range of around 317 to 349, sure, get that top side, get that resistance, convert your 271 into a support, then you'd be able to chop around that 271 into 349, and then we could actually start getting that top side and fill the gap, right? But until then, let's see how this reacts, right? Because sometimes those dividend shares are hidden and really suspicious ways of saying dilution, right? So heads up, man, heads up, right? And no matter which way you look at it, I know they'll say non-dilutive or non-whatever, right? But you're still increasing the supply in some way or another, right? So which naturally can put some pressure on price.
So tomorrow's the ex-dividend date.
Tomorrow.
That J, yeah.
On the J Long Group?
Yeah, tomorrow's the ex-dividend.
Ooh, okay. So you're at the line right there, right? So let's see how it reacts.
Guys, when you're looking at, and I don't mean this to be negative to anybody, but I got to tell you the truth. When you're looking at these kind of stocks, you're talking about a company that makes reflective trim for clothing. I mean, this is, I don't, they make reflective and non-reflective garment trim. Don't expect this stock to do anything. And the reason why it probably pumped before was China announced some stimulus, their market got a pop, and then dumped again. These are the kind of plays that you should stay away from.
You are clearly forgetting that this is AI trim.
AI trim. I understand if you got a small account, you're trying to catch those runners and things like that, but you got to pick the right horse. You got to pick something that really has the potential to even stay alive. This company might just die. I don't know.
You didn't think it already did?
I don't know, man.
You know what I mean? Dude, I know they're trying to bring it back.
These are plays you should stay away from, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even think of touching them. They're very illiquid companies. They're trash companies. If you're holding this thing, hopefully you're not holding at over $3, because tomorrow may be the last pop you see until next ex-dividend date.
Dude, wow. So guys, you're hearing the honest opinion from CoinFox here. Please, these are man, this is who I'm surrounding myself around, right? So know for a fact that I would not consider just anyone to speak on my platform, guys. These guys are really talented traders. They're absolutely reputable and definitely do this with absolute success. All right, so this just know that, right? So make sure click that link, join the Arca Bulls trading team, and find out what better assets we can trade and see what consistency actually can look like, right? We're not perfect traders. We're never going to be, but we're going to be consistent traders. And that's really what it takes, guys. Discipline, consistency. So, Ian, thank you, buddy. Really appreciate you. So let's go ahead and take a look at LQR here, right? They were asking what the follow-up is regarding this ticker. So nice little recovery here at the end of day, the last half of the day, actually. I'm sorry, post hours, right? That's when it was, right? Post hours, 4-hour time frame, jumping up to 195. This is where we need to observe volatility. If you guys remember, I did run a volatility versus momentum back test on this in the 4-hour time frame, and damn it, man. I guess we're going to see what volatility did here tomorrow, right? So we got the closure, but we haven't seen the effect of the closing valuation inside of volatility. So tomorrow we're going to see at even early pre-market, whatever it is, we're going to see how this reacted. We need no matter which way you can see this, in order for us to fire the signal from the volatility versus momentum backtest that I performed, no matter which way we look at it, volatility, the spectrum line here, that yellow, orange, teal, blue, this line has to at least touch 90%. If it does not touch 90%, the play is completely invalidated and the statistics will not be read accurately. Okay, so it is an absolute condition that this does touch that 90% of linear volatility. If it does not, you heard me clear. The signal is not on, and this is an invalidated signal, and it's we're just gonna have to move on and observe the markets here in a different or through a different signal, right? I was thinking here that we got a bullish engulfing, right? But no, I mean it's still a bullish candle. I can't really see what very low volume on that 4-hour candle. I hate it when things do that, right? But yeah, team, I think this is facing a natural upside, right? I do see a resistance coming up at about 204 to 210. But nonetheless, this still feels like it's consolidating, right? I don't see this really moving into new highs until it gets a reason to really move there, right? So this is Liquor House, right, man? They actually you know what, dude? I don't know what they did with this dividend split. It was a forward split. And a lot of people complained because the price changed, right? The price went into a different valuation, and I don't. They were supposed to be have you ever heard of this coin or Cryptic? You guys, please just let me know if you have non-dilutive dividend. Is that actually a thing? Like, does it actually not dilute, meaning no change in price?
You mean in share dilution?
Well, that was
Isn't that like GTI's dividend? It's just
no way. Is it?
I think it is.
Oh,
It's like means it's there, but it doesn't take into effect.
damn it!
And you get stuck like I do with it.
And you get to see a red day on your Dash Trader every day.
Every day.
It's an IOU.
It's a big ass IOU, yeah.
Yeah, basically an IOU.
Oh my god, dude, that's terrible.
You have it, but you can't get it.
Apparently they did already, and everybody could already sell it. But apparently it's tradable. Oh no. Wait. Ah, damn it. I don't know if there's anyone in the chat. Let's see. Anybody know what the expiration date of the 10K calls for Roku? Hold on just a sec, buddy.
315, wasn't it? 315?
Yeah, no. The 22nd, I think they were. Right? Cryptic? It was the calls were the 22nd of March?
22nd.
Yeah, there we go. It was the 22nd. I mean, the 15th also has some pretty high open interest, but the ones that are concentrated in the 90s, I think Cryptic said, were the ones on the 22nd, which, damn. I mean, we already spoke about that, but that's crazy. And yeah, just remember, man.
Remember, that's just the option flow. That's not. There's other things that could happen. That's just in case it goes up.
Yes.
Yeah, they could be hedges,
Yeah. So I wouldn't play it based off that. But if you do see it going up, then yeah, that would make sense to go for it.
We're waiting for price to kind of guide this. Let's let everybody smack around their asses and fight and decide what that price is gonna where it's gonna go. Let's let them figure that out, and then we react to the to that reaction. But definitely do not FOMO into any of this, because the move is equally powerful to the downside. Say it again, buddy.
Where's OGG?
Dude, where is OGG? Well, you know what? It's I think he's 3 hours ahead. I think it's already 12:36 where he is. I think.
Deep.
So yeah, he's probably already asleep, right? He's gonna be up by around 5 a.m. or 4:45 a.m. for the markets. So was he here earlier? I didn't see him. I think he was here earlier. Balls deep, he says.
Oh, that's right.
Deep, baby.
So yeah, team, don't react on this, man. So anyway, that's it for the requests. Let me now, guys. Let's let's look at our normal plays. Right? We were observing Tesla for a continuation to the downside here. I still have those.
Tesla El Dumpo, bro.
Dude,
Earnings. Just kidding.
dude, I held
You know,
I held a 32% loss up here. You
dude,
know,
I held all day, bro.
it's so stupid.
All freaking day.
Dude, I was so pissed when
I got out at 0.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Piece
Like,
of shit.
I didn't even want to see. I was like down 8K when I stopped looking.
God damn, dude.
Hey, we got Broadcom tomorrow.
Ooh, what time?
AVGO after close, baby. That's
Damn.
a big over. So is MDB.
Let's go take a look at Broadcom real quick and see what's goody.
Broadcom's a pig.
Have you played it for earnings before?
Oh yeah.
Way.
That thing.
Nice.
Oh god, that thing runs.
Do you see the ticker there? Let me type it in.
AVGO.
AVGO, dude. That's
Oh, yeah, that does run. Yeah, it does run. Yeah.
does right. That ticker is so
you
popular.
gotta blow your brains out.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Is it earnings or what?
Earnings play tomorrow after close. You're gonna
All
run a
right.
scan on it, see if it does it. Damn, dude, this thing is a fat
Look.
boy.
Last earnings went from 879 to 925.
Holy crap, it's got
Dude,
a
but it's 1350 though.
damn, dude. It's also oh my god. So 41.49 average true range on the daily.
We do have Costco too,
Costco,
and Docu.
dude. I wouldn't even be able to. I would seriously be able to play like 4 shares. You know,
Dude,
ABGO.
dude.
AVGO. I think this thing's gonna dump.
Yeah.
I think
Dude,
this
you gotta
thing's
have a
gonna
big account for that.
dump. 1200.
1200. Yeah. Well, I mean, I see the 1190. What is it? 1203.64 ish. Holy crap, dude! You're really thinking this thing could dump 150 points?
Look at the monthly
Oh,
right now.
Yeah,
What?
bro.
150 points? That could even make my 3 shares a bunch of money. 150 times 3, bro.
If you look at a monthly chart, it always fills the gap. There's no gaps on the monthly.
You're talking about the closing to opening basis, right? So your closing basis would be 1301.35. Prior bar would be 1285. Oh, dude. Yes, and you're right. It has, except for the one time. Just right on this one here. To be fair, that was a 618 retracement.
To be fair, that was the retrace.
Yeah, man. It was only the one time. But
Yeah.
okay. So if it does, what are the odds here, man? What do you think?
I don't know. What are you seeing on the chain there, Cryptic? Anything on the 1250s?
ABGO Avgo. Let's see.
I'm gonna work too. I'm just gonna look at the gamma.
Yes. Let's see. 1300. So a 50-point drop. But I also have heavy. Shit, there's a heavy 1500.
1500.
1400, 1500.
Damn.
Dude, what? So
Yeah.
all the way up and all the way down, huh?
Yeah. That's what it could. I mean, you know these guys, they could go
Which is how we've been playing.
catch the reversal.
Ah, damn it.
See, that's the thing about these earnings plays that are so good that once it goes one way, we know it's going to come the other way, so we just catch it.
God, bro.
They're
But
usually
it's,
not as
just,
predictable.
it's so, dude. I mean, I've been playing Nvidia, but dude, this is so far beyond what I usually trade. You know?
Wait, look at this.
I mean-
Look at the gamma levels on this, dude. Oh boy,
Oh, you posted them?
Dude, they might,
it's coming right now. Look at your downside. You
Let's
got
see
a
this.
1300 massive put wall at 1300.
I'm about to show it to the team here. Let me put it up on the screen.
See, I have for the option.
1200 the call wall.
Here it is. And here we go.
The 1300 is not that heavy, bro. Volume or open interest.
That's the biggest strike right now.
13 is the biggest?
Yeah, this should be for the monthlies. This should be for the monthly. The quarterly,
I'm looking for the week. I'm at the weeklies. That's why.
Yeah.
I'm at the weeklies. I'm for the immediate move.
Yeah, but
The immediate move. The immediate move is saying up and then down. Yeah.
What is it though? Like,
So,
what do they do? Is this really reputable? I mean the price obviously.
Oh yeah. This is the heaviest. Well, look at what we were talking about the other day on. I forget the one. Remember, we were showing the call wall on Meta. Remember, we're like 485. We're like, dude, if this thing busts through that put wall, this is gonna rip. And then what happened? Boom, 505, 508, something like that.
That's right.
The very next day.
It worked.
Yeah,
It ripped.
The option flow is dead after March 28th. So.
Whoa. Okay.
Yeah,
damn.
because OPEX is 22nd.
The OPEX is this Friday,
No,
isn't it?
no, the quarterly is the third Friday.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Holy crap.
So it's also quad witching.
Oh, and well, now known as
Okay,
triple
yeah.
witching because they removed the stock options. Apparently, did you hear about that? What the hell?
What?
Yeah, I'm not joking. I heard that they removed stock options, so now the quad witching is known as the triple witching. Oh goodness gracious! I don't even know. I think I read it on the Motley Fool or something like that. We're gonna have to.
Interesting.
Yeah, we're gonna have to look into that. But yeah, apparently that creates a shift. You know, that changes things because if you're removing stock options, I mean, I don't know. When 0D were introduced into the markets shifted a certain way as well. So I don't know what they're doing, man. But maybe we should
introduce 0 days on stocks.
Well, sort of, right? Because you can play the expiries on Friday, the weekly expiry on Friday.
Yeah, wait till they have daily Nvidia options.
Oh, dude, there's gonna be
Ooh.
massive liquidity. You know, you understand how much
It'll
more
happen.
liquid the markets are gonna be by then. That's
They're
gonna
gonna
be amazing.
have to because money's drying up.
Dude, I would totally add that. I would absolutely add that. There's just such a huge gambling community.
Yeah.
You know, might as well just take the freaking ripper here, man. Let's play a $3,000 call option today. Well, I mean, they'll be really cheap actually because they're same day. But
So
all right.
AVGO, we got a $1,200 call wall, and we got a 15. What's the put wall? We're at 1350 right now, so we're above the put wall.
Damn. Okay, so what's our max top for the plot?
Next one is 1390 to 1400.
Fuck.
1500.
All right. So
I mean the puts.
I got 1500.
cool. So 4 spot 618 1449. Let me do the range, right? So we'll have actually the range would be I wouldn't 4 spot 618 1449 to 1500 on the option flow. Let's see, right about there, right? Okay, what's our down? 12?
Yeah, I think I have a target. I have a target of 1225.
Okay, so
1250.
Perfect.
The
So
only thing, yeah.
I have 1180 at the 2 spot 618, so we're all confluent to each other. So 1250 to 1180 potential. So it's a kind of that's kind of a wide ass fucking area.
Oh, well, unless it sells down tomorrow pre-earnings,
Your 50% would
And then-
be you're close to you,
and
man.
then they turn it.
Oh, I see. Well, look at the daily volume. We're definitely getting spike ups in bear volume. So That is a potential. And also, let me take a look at your. Yep, dude, look at
I
this.
love the ATR.
Yeah,
54 ATR.
dude, it's so huge. Oh
I
man,
can buy 10 shares.
I only play 100 shares of this, dude. That's it. No more.
dude, without margin, I'm clean 3. All right.
3 shares. I'll buy one. I hope it moves 300.
We get a $300 one share return. That's awesome. Check out the daily reversion variant. We're retracing from the 2 standard deviation multiplier at 1388. And it's bouncing off the 1 standard deviation. This, yeah, man, check it out. The very bottom side, 2 standard deviations down daily, 1196.21. And your top side of it at 1 standard deviation, 1244. We're dead on the money. Fuck all the bullshit, man. We got it. And also your invalidation zone here, second area would be your mean, combined with the actual candle. I guess it would be a space, right? 1283 to 1270, fucking what was it again? 1276.79 before this massive daily gap. So yeah, the mean reversion here is correct on the daily, man. I think this is probably going to continue. If it doesn't bounce a little bit, I guess, off of where is this right now? Hold on. What's the 12? Oh, shit. It closed near the same place. Okay, 1351. Your buy daily low, 1333. And then you have the gap at 1321. This has a 4150 average true range. 1350 to freaking 1310. Dude.
54 average range.
54 you're seeing? Damn.
Yeah, 54.
So, dude,
4%.
that could mean closing the gap tomorrow to 1308. If we do that, man, the top side of the range. I mean, you have 2 areas, right? I think this is a little too shy. I don't know. I don't think it'll bounce from here. This would be by tomorrow would be your weekly low. Your 1968, and it's a top side of a range there too, right? Also, your 3 spot 618 at 1308. The bottom side is what I'm eyeing on. So the top of this. Let me get rid of the reversion. This range here, the top of this box here is what I'm looking at, and I think that would be your range, right? Between 12, 9. I'm talking about in intraday, not earnings or nothing like that. This is just intraday, right? So probably 1296 low to about 1308 top on that, right? So that could be your 54, your $50 ATR on there. It could be a full fucking move. And bear volume introducing. Let's see. Downside on stochastic momentum. Expansion is now ceasing, right? So it's not really continuing. Downside on the 12-hour expansion is also now the volatility component is moving below the moving average, right? So that's already showing you that contraction phase is likely to start happening right in here. This is your 12-hour. So yeah, this is all cascading from an earlier time frame. So 4-hour, yeah, that's it, man. 4-hour time frame. It's contracting. We're still with a downside pivot here, and we're in the bearish control zone now. So yeah, brother, I do think that we face a downside. Maybe it's a red day tomorrow and it recovers back to open. I don't know, but for sure I'm seeing the downside. And Coiny, but you're observing a capitulation, and you think it's based on earnings or what?
Just based on
flow.
The setup that I use is telling me this thing is
potentially
headed for some downside.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I can take that for sure, buddy. I see it too. I absolutely see it. And
the only problem is, that it just seems like every stock that's running is going to the full outer edge. You know what I'm saying? Like,
remember how earnings act, man? Earnings act weird.
Yeah, I know.
I'd ignore everything, bro.
You're right. You're totally right. You're totally right.
Definitely not wrong. And look at your
Oh.
monthly candles are all just like kind of getting smaller and smaller. So there's gonna be a massive wick up or wick down, and then it's all over. But it could this may be topping out at
That could be
1,500.
earnings week, bro.
Yeah, I think that could be the final destination here temporarily, because this stock has seen nothing but upside from its inception.
Yep.
Damn it! What the hell?
I know. I've seen that. I'm like, really, dude?
How are we not trading this? Why aren't we trading this
How
every
did you
day?
not buy that? You
Dude,
could have
1,400
bought
bucks.
100 shares and you'd have like 100 grand.
Dude, I would just be trading the damn options on this, right? Way out of the money. Tiny ones, scalping the freaking ranges on this, but it never has a downside. Like, what the hell is that? It was the cycle year. It was just like the SPY, right? November 21, December 2021. That was your capitulation period, correction time, right? And yeah, by October 2022, it started correcting. I will say that this started correcting a little earlier than the broader markets too, man. So I don't know what the hell. This is freaking froth land over here, man. So let's let this thing pull back just a little bit and then get the hell long on AVGO and just, buy it and close your eyes. What do you say?
Yes, close your eyes and hit the
what's
buy
going to do
button.
that? I have an insider knowledge that reflective clothing is going to be the next thing.
Reflective clothing with an AI chip to locate your ass.
Yeah. It's going to be the next thing.
Get it now.
It's like
And
lost
then
my
wheelchairs after that.
find my kid, Wheelchairs. AI
MDB,
wheelchairs.
another big mover.
AI wheelchairs.
AI wheelchairs. The thing knows your tension, right? It shifts the gears for you.
What else? We got any cheaper plays for the boys? We
Cheaper
got
plays?
Costco earnings. Costco tomorrow after the bell.
Is that's ticker cost, right?
Yep.
Let me see.
And we have BBAI. Really? Are they still in business?
Look at Costco. This one too, bro. This is worth the
I know.
same damn thing like freaking Nvidia. What's the ATR on this boy? This is $52.49. This is just $11 more than Nvidia. So we should we should be trading Costco all the time. Holy crap, man!
Jeez.
This thing has seen nothing but upside, dude. And I will say, it's got to be their pizza.
Definitely. Or the hot dogs.
The hot dogs are awesome,
They're
man.
going to dump because they don't have their churros anymore.
They suck for that. Are you serious?
Yeah, they
I
got rid
love
of the
those churros.
for cookies.
Aw,
They're gonna capitulate now.
They're gonna capitulate
what?
because of that call.
The option flow is saying 660.
Damn. All right, let's mark it.
Yeah, that's the churro.
660.
That's a churro price.
That's a churro discount there for you, buddy. That thing.
Churro discount, baby.
Churro discount. You messed up on that one, man. There is a, I don't know if we can go down that low, but that freaking wick over there, let's just say that it could reach 616 to 660. And very likely for it to reach the 660 zone, if anything, 50% to 633. But what's your top of the line here? If it could reach, don't tell me 800, man. Damn.
800.
Goodness
800,
gracious, dude. That is just so, that's frothland. Again, that's so high. Holy crap. So what are we saying, man? This thing's probably going to reach. Is this also going for 1,000?
To infinity and beyond.
And beyond.
Goodness gracious.
No, I'm telling
dude.
you, churros is going to cause this to capitulate.
They messed up on the churro call, bro. They should have never done that. Now we're all short on this. Check it out. There's your line in the sand. Yep, short the churro, man. What was the after hours close on this? Let me see. So, yeah, we have the one spot 618 at 780, 684, 800 top. That's your fib range. And I'm going to adjust the other range here, the one that Cryptic told us 660, right? So let's do the one spot 272 at 683.39 to 660. That's going to be your risk on zone. And and then see if it gets the bounce from there, right? Breaking this zone would absolutely take price action into the 613. So it's absolutely capable of it, right? You're talking about an over $50 ATR. This has plenty of room to go back down to $700 and all the way up to $820 in a moment's notice, right? So do not lose your ass on this, right? You got to be very careful trading assets like this, man. Damn.
Don't trade it the first candle.
Maybe don't trade it at all. So stay away from the market.
You got some guys in YouTube asking about Disney and SMCI.
DIS, right? So that ticker was one that I observed yesterday, and let's see what it has.
Joe.
Let's see. I think I looked at it over here. DIS. Here we go. All right. So still not the chart that I wanted, but it's okay. Screw it. I wanted to see if it did what I said yesterday. Damn it! I'm
Mickey all the time.
I'm pretty hard. I'm pretty hard-headed right now, man. I'm not gonna lie. This thing has me pissed because I ran a full thread on this one, man, and I forgot what I ended up saying. Whatever. So daily time frame, huge capitulation today. Damn. Will this recover? That is the mighty question of all, right? So let's pull up some moving averages here and see what the see what's being said. Wow. That's a daily SMA resistance. Crap. I think it actually wants 108.56. Let me see here. Why did it retrace like this? Did we reach the top 2 standard deviation? Let's see. It did. Holy crap, it mean reverted all the way in one daily shot. Oh, damn. Okay, this is critical time here. If this thing fails your mean at 109.70, which it pretty much bounced from, it's like 109.32 low today. So if it fails that 109.70, it's a 12-hour. It's at 109.99. Damn it! This is teetering with death here, man. If this fails it, you're absolutely coming down to the 1 standard deviation, which is equivalent to a massive gap. Okay, so let me show that to you. Oh my goodness. Either this is going to be the greatest demand of all time, or it's going to be the greatest fall of all time, right? So failing this 105.88 bottom will introduce without a freaking hesitation 99.34 sub $100, and this is likely to do it if it does fail it. Okay, so please be careful with this. Daily average true range 237. The space that you're observing here, what was the where did 109.99, right? So 110. It's a very, I will say that average true range is not attractive at all. That 237, so 110. You're looking at 107. 107.63, so 107.63, that puts us at about that puts us at the chop. Yep, I do think that this drops tomorrow into the areas of about 107.67 to the lower end of about 107.29, right? Somewhere around there could be a bounce on this, right? So, but immediate short term, let's see how that's behaving. Let me look at this, the moving averages here. Wow. Okay, you do have price action kind of curving to an upside here, right? Very, very slow times in the post hours here. Let's find a reason why it would resist. Maybe the 4-hour will tell us on an RSI. Actually, let's see, a little sooner. I want to catch the signal just below. There we go. This is what I was looking for. This is the signal just below the SMA 14, potentially in the gravitational zone rejection, right? So this is telling us that we could face a a full ATR upside and then to the downside, right? So we can get a 110 to about a 1. I don't know that it'll reach all the way up here, but it'll be fair if it did, honestly. So I mean, the full top side would be your 112, and does that meet? That's a little overextended, right? Your prior day high appears to be around 113.30. That's a little too high. So if anything, I would look at your bi-daily pre-market low, right, to the to that day's low. 112.08 to 112.30 would be the full extension to the upside, which I doubt it'll reach, right? So let me just give you that range just in case. This is more of a bear play than it is a bull play. I will tell you that. Okay, so you have your EMA 200 completely in the way here on the 5-minute time frame, which puts you at about 111.24. That is, 111.24 or 111.30. That's likely your resistance. I don't think you'll reach the full ATR to the top side. As soon as you resist here, this will, it broke down below that EMA 200. It never looked back to test it. So now that we're getting close to it, that'll be the time to test it and then reject. Okay, this is likely to come back down into the zones that I'm telling you. I don't see Disney quite surviving here. It needs to come back down to the 105.88 to 106.86. After that, man, it's you're really gonna have to decide here what the hell the next area is gonna be, man, because that is your make or break level and the complete invalidation package right there for you, man. So this is Yep. If you fail this here, man, that's lights out. So heads up, just keep those targets in mind and do not get trapped, right? Don't overreact. Don't. The last thing you want to do is react at 50% your retracement, man. That's not an area to react, right? This is what I mean. This is your 50% retrace, right? 110.38. You're at 110. Don't act here, right? Don't do that. So just be smart about how you trade this. Be smart about how price action. Keep an eye out for catalysts. Anything you can. Okay, so this is a risk off area. I don't find it safe just yet, So you will play it how you'll play it, right? But just know that there is immediate danger here for both sides, for both the bears and the bulls. All right, my brother. So that is pretty much it for this ticker. If I removed the outliers up there. Oh, shit. That puts us even closer to the 50%. Never mind. Damn, right here. Oh, my goodness. I thought removing the outliers would do it, right? This top side to maybe this bottom side here, the initial pump. So, it puts us even closer to the 50%. Yeah, that's risk off, team. Just for now, right? You gotta wait for its choice. Its direction is gonna be given to you soon enough. Huge expansion in that ATR on the daily. It is kind of getting really dangerous here. DMI plus curve to the downside with absolute trend at 53%. That means that bulls are losing strength with trend. with conviction, with power, right? Downside pivot on your daily stochastics. Let's see the 4-hour, right? That's also bearish control zone. Downside pivot here, almost a nosedive, right? So this is 4-hour time frame. You're gaining control. DMI minus, right? So that's going to be your bears with strength, 34% ADX. This is likely continuing to sell. The Arca Bulls whole moving averages the whole clouds with a sell signal on the prior 4-hour candle open of 110. Yeah, everything is kind of suggesting here a continuation to the downside, man. You would kind of do that, right? It's playing a potential ABCD here, so it just needs a full ass retrace. So look, eyes open on this play, man. This could really expand some buttholes. Get really messed up. You're gonna give back everything you've ever gained in the markets. Do not give it back, right? Don't let Disney take it away from you. Awesome stuff. All right, so sorry, and then somebody was talking about ticker symbol SMC. I'm down. let's take a look. SMCI super micro. Okay, let's see what the drawings. I don't have any drawings on this. Okay, cool. Let's see the daily time frame and see what the hell it's doing. Right, huge gap up here. Prior day, nice. That was from low of 976 all the way up to 1169.50. Damn. This is a very, very bearish setup. Okay, so this is your either evening star or abandoned baby. One of those two. I think it's the evening star. So this is a traditionally bearish, right? And this could introduce a reversal. So let's see what supports that. Just a moment, team. Hold on just a sec. Back. So yeah, let's find a reason for this to retrace. First of all, right, I want to check the reversion variance, see if this thing has reached. Yeah, man, it's your daily time frame is completely overextended. In fact, the target was surpassed. It was 1118.02 at the 2 standard deviation top. This is likely to retrace here, right? This is set for a mean reversion play, and it is absolutely expanded. The red color here on the reversion variant is telling you that it is in critical expansion. Otherwise, you can see it like this. It's approaching the 90%, right? So, yeah, this is getting really, typically speaking, whenever you reach these expansive levels, the retracement from this can either be priced to the upside for a mean reversion or priced to the downside for a mean reversion, right? So that's typically what tends to happen when you expand this hard, right? So yeah, you're at a clean area here for a retracement, and it is a bearish formation as well. So let's continue on the analysis here. So that's already one potential validator. Let's see moving averages, right? Are we way above things? Yeah, we are. And your EMA 9 daily is right at the 2-day low at around 976.79, right? So that's already suspect to me. In fact, the gap here on the daily is really located between 1020 and about 928, right? So this what was the ATR on this? It's got a 95.27 ATR. Holy crap. So 1124, let's see what's the bottom side of this. Man, this is potentially saying that you'll get a gap fill. You could experience a gap fill here tomorrow. All right, I'm not saying that it will. I'm just saying that there is a potential here to get a complete gap fill, and I will tell you, this right here, you see where the line is, right? On that wick top of that daily candle, that's 928. But what you're not looking at is this gap right over here, and the bottom side of that candle is probably your full extended, right? And that's 920.35. So that's that would be your honest to God complete ATR downside here, right? So I don't know what the hell is going to happen, and I don't know if it's going to really go down that hard. But let's see, man. Let's see the 4-hour time frame momentum. Let's see what it has for us, right? Let's try to find any reason to get this thing to. Yeah, you're already getting a curvature here, right? This thing looks like it looks like the bulls are kind of exhausted, and I'm noticing one more thing as well. Holy crap! Let's see. Yes, I am in fact noticing that. Let me see the 8-hour time frame. Oh, yep. You have, let me pull this up here and show you what I'm observing. Because, oh man, team, good Goodness gracious, okay? We need to keep an eye on things like this, right? Because these are great opportunities for downside. So if you notice here, this topside trough is you're creating a lower high, right down into here. This trough. And price action is creating a higher high. That marks off that marks off bearish divergence. Okay, so that divergence is the opposition of price versus price action, and that is showing you that it's validated already too. Right? So this is, man, I got to say it's likely to face a downside. And not only that, if you do face the downside, RSI is coming up into the gravitational zone, so this is likely to combat and succeed the underside of your SMA 14.2. Damn it, man. Yeah, this is everything's kind of cascading against it. I saw it from the 4 hour, so this is your minimum time frame for, well, I guess I would consider a minimum time frame for divergence strategies, right, to really play out nicely. Your higher time frame, higher weight, higher strike rate, bigger success rate, right? So just keep that in mind here. I do see everybody's potential here. Everybody's seeing, no, this is one huge bull flag. It's gonna be a ripper, right? So, but another thing is that you're not seeing the succession over the play already, right? So this is your actual play, right? It already happened. So what I'm gonna show you is actually this pennant, right? So you get the pennant breakout. Let's see if it reached the top side, right? So this looks like the play is already done, right? This was it, right? The take profit was in. Center of the triangle, let's see if that was your target. It's probably the backside of the triangle, honestly. But this is your first target, and you're using it right now as a support line, right? So that's pretty fair already, right? That was suggesting 11.15. 11.15, of which we reached the top side of 11.69. This may be a little too high, right? So let's just consider it anyway, right? Let's just go ahead and take that trend line like this, right? And put it down to that supposed area. And then, this would tell you here that you would reach the highest probability would have been 13.29, right? So I personally think this already ran its play. In fact, it moved a little bit beyond it. That's fair. That is completely fair. Now, the two candles here you can use as a range for a fib retracement, right? It's just like this. And here you go. You reached your 3-spot 272, right? 1175.14, 1169.50 top. That's fair, man. And you're literally bouncing right now from the 2618 at 1085. So yeah, this was a complete packaged move. This looks like you're in bull trap territory, right? So heads up. If price action reaches the top side of 1162, I am calling bull trap, and I am calling a potential risk off situation here almost immediately, okay? Again, SMCI can be completely taken by sentiment and whatever other factors in the market. I'm just saying here that it's reached a very critical high, and I do think it's ready for a pullback. And it definitely distribution is in line here. So let's take a look at that ticker, Joe H. I am good. Even if we were to dump, I could see a 985, says CoinFox, but I wouldn't be surprised to see a massive 60. That's what I was thinking. I was thinking that we could do a full circle move intraday, and then see about the tops, right? So down 60 points, up 60 points, bull trap and correction. Who knows? The 4618 on SMCI is the 1384.03, and your top side of the formation is 1329.85. So between the 4-spot 236 and the 4-spot 618 would be the very, very, very top area. Is there demand there? That would be your options flow to tell you. Let's see if we could get to see another outer edge on a pump. Yeah, I agree. If you do start to combat, I think honestly, man, if you start jumping in to the 3-spot 272, deep 3-spot 272, I'm speaking 1180, 1190. That's risk on, man. This could continue to the upside even beyond its damn physics, right? And really get this bull flag to play out. If it is a bull flag, measure move can be approached in this manner here, right? So let's go ahead and take it into consideration and see how far that price action can be. There you go. It'll take you to the area of 1397 forward spot 618 at 1384. Your pennant top could be at about 1329. Just you have the bull thesis, you have the bear thesis. So keep a close eye in the price action here, okay? Because there could be an opportunity, but you could also get your ass handed to, right? So Philly saying, Arca, you are a legend for doing this long stream. I ran, worked out, showered, and hung out with the boys, with the bros, and you're still teaching. You are the man. My brother, thank you so much for coming on by. And yeah, man, I appreciate you. So let's see. Nice. Congratulations, Jay Abrams, for making that money, my brother. Awesome. Good to hear, dude. And guys, let me sorry, that was Arca Bulls trading member Joe H asking me to look at EGPT. Let's go ahead and add that into the list here. We'll keep SMCI there because it's potentially in play for either side, actually. So EGPT, let's see what's up, man. EGPT, here we go. Nice. So this is your Egypt, this is the Van Eck Egypt Index, right? The ETF. Huge. Please take a look at this, right? I know we still have 21 days to close this, right? But it's a very illiquid asset. I will tell you this. And it looks like it could be playing a macro time breakout, but I will have to kind of validate this as we move. Okay. So the breakout means that this would be the reversion to test the support, the newly converted resistance into support, right? And it looks like it's already done that. So, but it's still, I can't ignore, right, the complete break of market structure here. You broke your inflection at 2318, dropping all the way down as per expected, you know, to the areas of about 2027, and that is nice, right? That is it being very nice, because honestly, this could have dropped even lower. This could have dropped to 1885, maybe even $17, presenting a massive loss. Right. So if this continues, what signals could it have? Well, first of all, a little bit of a forced formation, but I'm thinking here that it's breaking out from this, right? So I don't know if, again, right, team, let me just be clear here, right? Sometimes these formations are not the best way to observe the markets, right? So this could have been it right about here, and that's such an ugly formation. I will say that I'm not the biggest fan over how this is looking, right? But this is your falling wedge here. Breakout at 65% to the apex is very nice, right? So this is your drop, and it would honestly be, I would honestly see this continuation to the downside even into about 1864, like I was saying, right? 1875. So if it does get that, you'll know why. It doesn't have to do it. I'm just saying that it's typical for price action to break out and then come back down. Remember, this is a macro perspective too. Okay, so this is big time time frame here. Okay, now that we know the trajectory and where it may be going, actually, let me see the reversion variant. It was let me see the daily. Whoo, this thing is at 21. Yeah, the huge gap down, right? Man, why did it do that? What's happening in the economy there? That's a huge drop, bro. We're talking about a 12-point correction. Damn, dude. Yeah, that's big time, bro. Big time. Somebody must have said something. Somebody said something unideal. Let's see. Oh, gotcha, Joe H. Damn, dude. Yeah, this is crazy, man. I honestly still see a continuation to the downside of huge gap downs, even in the 4-hour time frame. Let me see, dude. This is on a nosedive. RSI is at historic lows. I'm not sure that. Let me see. That would be this. It has retraced before, right? more often below it. But it has retraced from this area exactly before, but I will say that it has retraced beyond it more often than not. And now stochastic momentum, you're sitting about here, right? So that clearly you still have lots of room to go. We've definitely faced retracements from there, right? But again, more often than not, it has experienced a continuation to the downside when stochastics are here. I mean, dude, this is definitely capitulation and absolutely bear conviction. It looks like sell off. I don't know what the hell happened here, right? But whatever it is, it's set to continue. And I will say that 1860. Let me see. Yeah, I'll hone in. Let me see. Your daily ATR is about 168, but what's 12 hour now? Okay, 145, 168. Let's just say 170, right? So if we 2145, 2045, that would be $20 flat. You are set to test the lows. Yeah, right about here. 19. This is your range. Hold on, I'm gonna give it to you. I just don't. I don't want to be. I want to be as close as I can be. Right. So, 1959 tomorrow. 1959 to prior day low 2029. This is your range here. I still see this continuing to the downside. I can't tell you if it's gonna bounce. Actually, maybe I could. Let me see the 5-day RSI. Maybe, dude. I can't always see that. Okay, when we're gonna bounce, it's there's several ways to observe that, but if I don't have enough room like this, I don't have. Well, oh damn, a bi-monthly. Hold on. You gotta be joking. See the bi-monthly? I'm looking for the RSI bounce. This is not a bounce, dude. This is the gravitational zone here. This is likely to fail it. Look at your monthly time frame. It's failing in the gravitational zone just like the bi-monthly would too. When you go to the quarterly, this is your low. So quarterly is over in 21 days. That means, dude, I'm going to boldly state this, okay? But this means that you're going to get a short-term bounce in the area that I suggested. You probably top out at 2151, and this continues to the downside here. I honestly think that this could fuck. Damn, dude. I think that this would be your stop here, right around there, 1662, man, 1702. Yeah, and if not that, then you're 1573. This is bound to go all the way to its all-time low, and I don't know why. But yeah, this is the signals are reading as such, unless otherwise stated. But damn. Let's see, but it would be a black swan here. It aligns with what I was looking at it. Okay, almost to the T. Okay, dude, so yeah. This is really, whatever is happening, dude, is really powerful. And it's very, I don't want to say, I mean, dude, this is a monthly bearish engulfing, dude. I'm sorry, this is a weekly bearish engulfing. It's over in 1 day and 16 hours. So that means that, let me see. Friday close. If this, it's likely going to close a bearish engulfing, dude. I don't see this recovering 11 points by Friday, or 12 points. But you know, anything can happen. I get it. But this is very likely going to close a huge bearish engulfing on a weekly time frame. And that would be the start of the dominoes collapsing here, man. Something is up in the economy or whatever is happening there, dude. It's blatantly obvious through volatility and momentum, but I just can't tell what it is. But whatever it is, it's significant enough to have the people worried as fuck. To put it in very light terms. Damn, there it is, right? That, dude, central banks raising. Egypt floats, pound raises interest rates by 6% to tackle inflation. Yep, dude, that 6%. Guys, 6% interest rate hike. Our interest rate hikes here are done by 0.25s. Talk about immediate shock to the economy, right? Huge catalyst. That is likely why this is going to continue to the downside. Guys, let's short Egypt. Let's go. Oh my goodness. CoinFox saying markets are at key downside levels and basically must hold tomorrow, and the bulls have to make their move. If they do, then we need to, quickly recognize. If they fail, we need to flip. We have both ends. We have both ends of the ranges plotted in plenty of good names, fam. When Arca is posting levels, go set alerts immediately because you need to know ahead of time what's your plan and targets. Thank you, my brother, for sharing that with the team here. I'm sure that the people are absolutely benefiting from this information, my brother. That is Joe H. Thank you for bringing this to us, right? So, in fact, I do see still weakness in the market here. And, regarding that, I still see another additional over 20% drop on this, right? So still another potential 6-point drop in the EGPT ETF. Man, this index is really showing massive weakness, man. But thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing that. The fundamentals behind this. That's quite impressive. So, damn, Joe H, you caught the dump. Nice trade, man. And this is not done, dude. This was the initial reaction. And I really mean that. This was the span of this was 1 4-hour candle. Let's see. Yeah, pre-market today. That was hourly candle here from 29 to 24, continuation and flatted. Dude, wow. Yeah, that is crush your economy type rate hike, man. That's what I was saying, is just whatever that catalyst may be, it was just so damn obvious and so damn powerful. This is a huge correction. This is a massive correction, team. And it literally undid the efforts. Man, you know what? Honestly, these were efforts from probably July 2022 lows all the way up to today in 2024 March. Those efforts have been crushed by 60% or more. Like, this is probably going to give it all back. Holy crap, dude. I feel so scared for them. Fools are going to be looking at buildings right now. So don't, God forbid that happens. Fingers crossed. Just make sure that we can wish for the best to the economy and to the people of Egypt. This is really catastrophic. That's insane. I can't even imagine what the hell happened, dude. Wow. Joe H, awesome catch on this one, my dude. Let's short the pyramids, man. Let's not funny, right? Too early, right? But just still, team. There could be an opportunity here to scalp the ranges, man. I don't know. But nonetheless, man, thank you for sharing it with us. And I will say, team, that this has been an incredible stream. I do think that we should probably consider, closing shop here. Yeah, that's right, Joseph. Literally, I took it from you right now, man. Somebody's shorting the pyramids, right? You already entered 1 put contract today, expiring by Friday, 1,000 put. Dude. Joseph, please be careful, man. Right, you can get some upswings on this like crazy. People are gonna just. This is mayhem. This is gonna be mayhem, bro. But yeah, be safe in the markets, my guys. Please don't FOMO into things. Make sure to get validations. Make sure to do your own due diligence, most importantly. But thank you, team, for coming out today. I appreciate it greatly. Let's go ahead and close up shop and get ourselves some rest for tomorrow's trades. We have awesome opportunities on the table, and you heard them here. Okay, team. But yeah. If you have any questions, you know where to reach me. Okay, you guys. Let me go ahead and sign out here and hang out with the little man himself. Right. Thank you, team, for coming out. Have a good night, and yeah. Please take whatever I do show and iterate within these videos as just a form of entertainment, as I cannot suggest for you to buy, sell, or hold any assets whatsoever, ever, never. I need you to do your own due diligence and everything will be cool. But with that said, team, I wish you well a very, 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 very good night. I will catch you at the bell mañana. Adios, team.